TNA debuts on Spike TV and TNA debuts on Fog Wrestling. Welcome back, guys, to the channel, and this is the beginning of our Retro TNA Impact reviews. We're going to watch TNA from the 1st of October, the official debut on Spike TV, and we're going to review Impact on a weekly basis every single Saturday, up to the point where we believe TNA goes down the toilet. So basically, you've got 7 years, 8 years probably, at least, of retro TNA reviews coming to the channel.
I'm looking forward to it, guys. Cross the line, and this TNA review certainly crossed the line of my expectations. Epic ending.
We crossed the line. Big moment here for TNA, in my opinion. They end the episode with three legends in the wrestling business, and you could definitely say up until that point they were a little bit starved of name value, star power. You still had the likes of Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, but I think when the three came out at the end, you're like, what a way to end an episode. And considering this was the debut on Spike TV, they're probably going to get more people watching TNA than ever before. I think they needed something big at the end, and I think they certainly delivered that.
Yeah, they certainly did deliver it. Massive couple of debuts, man. And it is like seeing Team 3D debut, it's iconic.
Now, a lot of people would say that the best of TNA is probably already over at this point, and I totally disagree with that. I mean, TNA, I'm not saying it was bad before 2005, but it literally did remind you of, like, NWA or something, or just like the fallout of WCW.
Without all the big stars.
Yeah, it's like, but from 2005 onwards, that's when you really begin to notice, wow, TNA are actually getting big people here. TNA are moving in the right direction, because it's one thing signing the likes of Jeff Jarrett, signing the likes of Rhino, signing the likes of Jeff Hardy, which, to be honest, considering he hadn't really won a world title yet, it probably didn't cost them that much. But when you see TNA begin to bring Kurt Angle in, that's when you know that they were going to do something. They were going in the right direction.
Kurt Angle crossed the line. Can't wait for Big Kurt. There's a year and a bit to go.
Yeah, we're not here to talk about Kurt right now. We are here to talk about the beginning of TNA. So we get the opening match, opening contest, live. Or not live, but pre-taped. Live sounds better, but you know what? Pre-taped on Spike TV. AJ Styles versus Roderick Strong. I feel that this is probably them wanting to just like showcase AJ Styles. So like, you know what? We're on Spike TV. We're going to get more audience tonight than ever. So let's just have AJ Styles basically bury Roderick Strong and complete his entire moveset. And that's kind of what the match did and accomplished.
Yeah, Roderick Strong here literally does not get a move in. AJ Styles moving at 100 miles an hour, hitting every move.
All his big moves, the flip to the outside, the springboard reverse DDT, which I think is a fantastic move, and how AJ continuously hit that perfectly.
As Stallone said, time is undefeated, and you can see how much slower he is these days compared to these days.
Yeah, and I
he's 100 miles an hour.
So he defeats Roderick Strong with the Styles Clash. Then after the match, we have Christopher Daniels show up during ringside.
That is my belt. You're holding my belt, Styles.
He says that Styles has got his belt. I believe this is the first show coming off Unbreakable as well, where they had that triple threat match.
I think, they showed that in the promo, the intro for the show.
So we might be getting Daniels versus AJ down the line.
Where's Samoa Joe?
We got Shane Douglas and Monty Brown doing an interview backstage. Monty Brown seemed completely out of his head. So I don't know if he broke into Jeff Hardy's stash of drugs, but I would be willing to bet there was quite a lot of drugs backstage at TNA.
Absolutely, the most drugs you'll ever see. I never.
And that could be a big reason why Kurt Angle decides to join.
That's it, painkillers. But I never liked Shane Douglas as an interviewer. I feel like when you look at him in ECW, he was like the arrogant heel. He felt like the big draw, like for a few years. Here, he just seems like a jobber. He doesn't come across as like strong man. You know, he comes across as like a weak Jonathan Coachman, like anybody he's interviewing could batter him, sort of thing.
Kinda, yeah. You would think this guy is an ex-wrestler just looking at him.
Yeah, like this guy had like the Reign of Terror in ECW.
He did.
Which wasn't even that long ago.
Everyone that has Reign of Terrors tend to be boring, don't they?
I know. Big noses as well.
Very big noses. But anyway, Monty Brown's going psycho. It was a pretty good promo. Off his head. Very energetic here.
He made it to 2 Super Bowl finals.
Yeah, I was
28 and 31.
I was shocked when they said that, because that means that Monty Brown must have been a top level athlete. Now, I'm assuming that he wasn't just, I don't know, carrying the bags at the Super Bowls. I'm going to assume that he played. So yeah, the fact that he has went from being a Super Bowl champion twice to going to the WWE, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Or not WWE, but to wrestling.
Yeah,
and TNA.
It shows he's old.
It does show he's old.
He must be at least mid-30s here.
Has to be. Or else why wouldn't he still be playing in the NFL?
The NFL.
The NFL.
Yeah, get a wee job in the XFL.
Yeah, Shane Douglas says, we've got breaking news. He points to an earpiece, saying that he can hear they've got breaking news. There's a commotion backstage.
No earpiece.
But he had no earpiece, so this is kind of a botch. Or a blooper, so to speak, but I mean it's a bit cheap.
Yeah, there was definitely no earpiece. You could clearly see, because the smart thing to do would be to put your finger completely in your ear. But it's hard.
Or not show him from that side.
True.
And they did neither of that, you know, it was like they fucked right up. Then we see Raven just bashing a few people with trash cans, and he's upset. He lost the NWA title, and he lost it off screen. He lost it at a fucking house show.
And we say a house show, it was more like a garage show.
Yeah, it was like 40 odd people in it, maybe, if they're lucky. Raven then pretty much gets escorted out the arena. He gets told to leave. He's like, you can't be doing this, Raven, leave. Raven is pissed off. Then we get the alpha male Monty Brown versus Lex Lovett. No idea who Lex Lovett is. Quick match. Alpha male wins with the pounce. And then they showed us a replay of the pounce, and they slowed it down into slow-mo. And when they put it in slow-mo, it just loses its effect.
Yeah, I like the fact you see it in real time. He goes flying here. It just looks like a botch. It looks sloppy.
See, the pounce, as good as a move as it is, and it is paying homage to his NFL career and shit like that, because that's what you do in NFL, you tackle. Unless you've got somebody good receiving the pounce, it's not going to look good. You need someone that can actually sell this, and I don't think this opponent did a good job.
No. I have no idea who this guy is, though. So.
I have no idea who he is. Like, when Sabu takes it, or if a Jeff Hardy takes it, you can imagine that it's going to... I think definitely hitting this on a smaller guy works.
Yeah.
You hit this on a bigger guy, and you're just not really getting... You're not getting the distance on the pounce or the velocity, so it's not going to look as good. Slowing it down definitely did the alpha male no favours. Then we got a title threat match. Chris Sabin taking on Shelley and Petey Williams. Sabin and Alex Shelley will go on to be a tag team, and I guess Petey Williams will go on to copy Scott Steiner. After the match, Chris Sabin obviously wins. He gets the victory on Alex Shelley. Petey Williams isn't happy, and he hits a Canadian Destroyer on Sabin. Canadian Destroyer is such a good move. But it sucks now that pretty much everybody steals it. I mean, you've got the Young Bucks do about 10 every match.
Yeah, see, there was actual hype and anticipation for him doing it. Now it's like, it's a transitional move now. He hit this, and they made it out as if it was like a sledgehammer to the skull. Because that's the way it should be.
Looks like a sledgehammer to the skull, to be fair. But nah, these people have ruined Petey Williams' move. If there was ever a case for somebody to sue somebody in wrestling, Petey Williams should have done it. See, back there was always respect. It was like, you don't take someone's finish, you don't steal someone's finish. But the Young Bucks they've went beyond that. They've stolen a guy's finish and turned it into a transitional move. Yeah. And it's not just any finish, a fucking deadly finish. I don't believe anyone ever kicked out of this. Aye. And rightfully so. This move we had the same sort of prestige as the 3D. And could you imagine if the 3D was hit as a
transitional move? It would hurt. This would not be. Oh, come on. But I enjoyed this match. I'm not a fan of the style, but I feel like TNA X Division.
See,
it worked.
The TNA X Division reminds me more of the WCW Cruiserweight Division.
Which Mike Tenay said that's what it was. It was reminiscent of, but this is no weight, damn it. Anyway.
But it does remind you of Cruiserweight Luchador action. It doesn't remind me of the Flip Fest that AEW do.
Aye. There is an element of selling as well. You got to factor that in. The AEW, we don't do any selling. And then out of the blue, Tito Ortiz backstage. What's this all about?
Tito Ortiz is with Larry Sabisco.
You had no idea who Larry Sabisco.
I
knew who he was.
I know the name. I just didn't know that was him. So
Do you remember him in TNA?
No,
I do.
I couldn't even remember Larry Sabisco was in TNA, but apparently he's the director of Authority, so basically the GM, I guess. See, even TNA knew back then that you needed an authority figure.
Yeah.
But WWE, for some reason, are running with Adam Pearce, and you only see him like once a month. So he speaks to him. Tito Ortiz enters the office. What's he going to tell him? We don't know. We then get introduction, like a promo package of the Free Live crew. I just didn't really get this crew. It's a bit of
Three different races, and they all seem off their head. That's pretty much what I get from it.
And Conan and BG James look like they're fucking done. These guys don't look like they could win a fight against CM Punk.
It's 2005.
Yeah, I mean, they're still relatively young here. I mean, I can't believe that Conan or... They're under 40, they must be. Maybe not Conan, but...
Well, I mean, if you're late 30s or early 40s, man, you're not done. You're not in your prime, but...
Well, they look done. So we get an introduction for them. Then it is main event time. Jeff Hardy taking on Rhino. What's going to happen? We don't know. Who's going to win? We don't know.
We do hear during commentary, though, that Mike Tenay says that Abyss and Sabu have been locked in a room for 24 hours with no food, no water, no light, and that's...
No, that's what they're going to do.
Is it, wait, I thought he said they're already.
No, that's what they're going to do before Bound for Glory. So right. Before the Monsters Ball match, they're going to lock them in a room with no light, no sleep, no food, and then they're going to let them out and they can go at it.
That makes a bit more sense than a bit more a month before.
What the fuck was this gimmick? Like, I don't understand this. Like, what's the no food thing? Is he trying to say that Abyss is like a cannibal or something like this, and he's going to come out and fucking eat them?
I think it's more of a like they're going to torture them, and then they're going to like want to kill each other.
Did you know this was part of a Monsters Ball match? No. I never knew this was a thing. But Mike Tenay is like, all these guys going to be locked in a room, they're going to be starved, they're going to get no sunlight. Is this like some sort of Russian experiment?
It's obviously like the weirdos or the junkies stay in this match. I think Hogan's going to fucking sit in there. I know obviously it's not legit, but like, would they try and tell us that the Hulkster is going to sit in a room and not do anything for 24 hours?
Doesn't work for me, brother. Abyss comes out, attacks Jeff Hardy. So Jeff Hardy gets the win by disqualification.
It comes Sabu.
The lights go off. Sabu comes out with a chair. Hit a few people with a chair. There was no big botches here, which I'm kind of surprised. Sabu did the triple... Yeah, he didn't do the triple jump moonsault. He did the jump from the chair onto the top rope. And then... You know what annoys me about this? It's like... It looks really good, the fact that he can jump on the chair, then jump onto the top rope and keep his balance. But then you're kind of expecting something big once he's on the top rope, and he literally just falls off. He literally just like stands on the top rope, then lets it balance themselves, then falls out to like land on Rhino, and it's like, I mean, really?
All that work for a poor finale?
Like, he at least do a crossbody or something, or...
Yeah.
It looks like he just gives up on the top rope, then falls out to the outside. He puts no effort into the dive off the top rope, which I think's a bit weird, considering it takes effort to get onto the top rope.
Botches are a part of sport, though.
Like, no, but
Sabu said
that'd be like that's like RVD when he jumps up. He's got a unique way of getting to the top rope. That'd be like him doing it, then just falling off. It's like
Sandman.
Sandman looking like a big bag of shite. Anyway, this is it. Monster Ball is coming up, guys, at Bound for Glory, and I'll be looking forward to it. Apparently, this is the second Monsters Ball match. I thought it was the debut of the Monsters Ball.
I don't know what the first one was.
Seeing the first one, did they have to get no sunlight as well and shit like that? Or?
I don't know, maybe.
Then we go to the main event, which is a promo with Jeff Jarrett and America's Most Wanted Chris Harris and James Storm. We see the replay from the house show, and you know this is a really bad look for TNA. This is their debut on Spike TV, and they're showing you Jeff Jarrett defeat Raven by the help of America's Most Wanted. It's some show where it's like not pitch black, but it's very, very dark. It does look like a basketball gym or something like this. It's not a fucking good look. I'm not saying the Impact Zone is like a 90,000 seater stadium, but the Impact Zone looks decent. This surely terrible.
Surely he should have defeated Raven for the belt here in the main event, and then cut this promo, and then just do what you were going to have anyway. Like you said, right? They just dropped Raw Spike, or Raw moved on from TNN, changed to Spike. See all the viewers that have tuned into this, right? They probably enjoyed the show, and then they see that and go, "What is this?"
Just was not a good idea. Really fucking not a good idea. It's like someone living in it's like, I don't know, someone pretending to be rich living in a mansion, and then they show you, but yesterday I went to stay and have a shower in my one flat fucking bedroom, and it's like some dump.
Maybe,
you know? It's like,
maybe this is the last time TNA do a title change like this, but it's really cheap to have this and then like 3 really good debuts after it.
Yeah, no, the gimmick was Jeff Jarrett promised he would be the champion by the time they aired on Spike TV. Why couldn't he just promise I'll be the champion by the time we got off the air?
Yeah.
On Spike TV, and then you could have had a big massive title match. You could have still had the screw job finish and then have the 3 debuts. And I'm not saying they did it bad here, and maybe because it is only an hour show, they thought that's too much time.
Yeah, maybe.
So that could be that, but to me, just to show this, maybe pictures would have been one thing. But
when was the last pay-per-view? Could you not just won at the pay-per-view?
It showed you a bit of video, like it's like, what the fuck? I mean, it was really, really bad looking.
I've been in sheds bigger than that arena, man.
Yeah, but he thanks America's Most Wanted for helping him regain power. Jeff Jarrett then introduces Coach Scott D'Amore, who he says is the most intelligent Canadian that he's ever met, although looking at Scott D'Amore's lifestyle in 2023, you've got to question whether or not that is true.
Yep, you've got to question it. I'm sure there's a lot smarter Canadians than this guy. I've never been a fan of Scott D'Amore.
Now, it turns out he did own the promotion that hosted the title change. I'd like to know what promotion that was. They never gave a name for it.
Garage Wrestling.
Backyard Wrestling. Scott D'Amore said he is upheld his end of the bargain, but tells Jeff Jarrett not to forget to uphold his end. What is Jeff Jarrett's end? What does he need to uphold?
No idea. Hold this belt as long as possible. So
yeah, I wonder what Scott D'Amore wants for Jeff Jarrett. Then the Free Live crew come out. Conan said Jeff Jarrett didn't help build TNA. The fans in the Impact Zone did. And this gets a big pop for the fans. Speaking of fans, there was some fucking annoying woman in the front row, and every time someone would come out, she'd have their action figure. She had 2 AJ Styles, she had a Jeff Hardy. It's like basically they came out. I don't know if it was a plant or just a obsessed loser fan, like, but
it is a bit weird, isn't it? No one at WWE would do this, man.
See, when you're in your 20s or 30s and you've got action figures with you in the front row, it's very fucking strange.
Yeah. Like you're an adult. Come on.
But what I will say is, even the fans back here, that a lot of them do look like... a lot of them do look as if...
they're normal.
Yeah, it's like... No, it's not like WWE where you see them in their bright rainbow colours and all that shit. I mean, a lot of these... Like, apart from this woman with the action figures, a lot of these people look like they would have fit in at SmackDowns and Raws during this period of time as well.
I'd say so.
Whereas you look at the majority of wrestling fans now, man, they're either freaks or it's parents that are taking their kids there.
That's pretty much
That's what it is.
But Free Live crew just essentially get their ass kicked.
Yeah, they try and get the jump here, but it's no happening. They brawl. Jeff Jarrett, America's Most Wanted. We have Scott D'Amore in there as well, beating down the Free Live crew. Team Canada come out, help the beatdown, so it's like a really bad numbers advantage at this point for Team Canada and Jeff Jarrett. So it looks like they're not going to be able to do anything. Looks like we're going to get an average beatdown. But then we hear this strange music play and we're like,
get down, get down, get down.
What the hell is this? And it turns out it is Team 3D, Brother Ray, Brother Devon are here. Mike Tenay called them Brother Ray, Brother Devon. I guess he couldn't call them Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley. But
it's a good... you know what? This is one of the names that they've had between companies, and I think it's worked. I like Team 3D.
I think it's the best name change I've ever seen in wrestling.
Yeah, and even like Brother Ray and Brother Devon.
I think I would say this is the best name change in wrestling. I can't think of a better one.
Yeah, honestly, I can't.
So yeah, they come out, clean house, trying to hit all their big moves. They go for the 3D on Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett manages to sneak under the ropes. Mike Tenay calls him a coward.
You bastard.
Didn't quite get that. I mean, is Jeff Jarrett supposed to just take the fucking finisher? I mean, is the point of being a wrestler is like to try and win and not let your opponents beat the shit out of you? Mike Tenay's calling him a coward because he managed to escape the ring. But he's trying to escape up the ramp, and he's not going to be so lucky. We get more music playing, and it's Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash walked slowly to the ring. Is that because he was stalking Jeff Jarrett, or is that because his knees were about to give up on him?
Could be his knees. He was listening to some Snoop Dogg music.
Yeah, it was. His theme song was very strange, and then they're all beating up Jarrett in the ring. Dudley's are beating him up. Nash gets in the ring. They're all attacking Jarrett. Nash's music's still playing. It just reminded me of ECW when you'd have the matches going on and the music would still be playing. Then he hits him with a big power bomb, and Nash says the jackknife. Nash says he's unfinished business with Jeff Jarrett and challenges him to a match at Bound for Glory. And that's the end of the show. Will Jeff Jarrett accept it? We do not know. We'll have to tune in next week to find out. But I thought overall, considering this show is only an hour long, about 46 minutes, when you take away commercials, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I felt like it was about what you'd expect for TNA, but I feel like the main event segment delivered. Obviously, you can't deliver like this every week because you can't just have these sort of level of talent debut, but I think seeing Team 3D appear coming at the tunnel was epic.
And I think you can definitely tell I think it suits TNA being an hour long at this point, because I don't think they really have the roster to fill out a 2-hour show. And I think if they were filling out a 2-hour show, you'd have less stars and you'd have more people you don't care for. So I think an hour is perfect for TNA right now.
It is, and Kevin Nash was just the cherry on top of the cake.
Very good cherry on top of the cake. Very good. I'm going to get a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed this episode of TNA.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's weird seeing Nash though with like a skin fade and not blonde hair or grey. It was just like it was just brown.
It's weird seeing Nash not clutching his fucking knees on the floor, to be honest.
Is this his TNA debut?
I think he was in TNA in 2004.
Fair enough, so it's his return.
It's his return, but it's definitely Dudley's debut.
I'll give it a 7, guys.
7 out of 10 for us. Let us know what you guys think down below. We'll be back next week for the 8th of October review, and I believe we've got 3 more shows before Bound for Glory. So I best get yourself locked in that room and don't be having any takeaways, because you're not allowed to eat, apparently, according to Meg today. Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Jeff Jarrett's reign of terror continues after Turning Point. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. It's time to review the first TNA after Turning Point 2005. This aired on December 17, and some things in TNA just stay the same. We've got Jeff Jarrett with the title. We've got Jeff Jarrett talking about the committee, and we've got Jeff Jarrett wondering who his next challenger is going to be. Basically, the Jeff Jarrett show.
It is the Jeff Jarrett show. Yes, Mike Tenay's like, damn it, Tenay, I need to know what's going on with the TNA management, the committee. They want war. They got it. Mike Tenay's going ballistic. He's like, I'm not Columbo. How am I supposed to know?
What war is this guy talking about? They select a fucking opponent for him, and it's somehow going through war? At Bound for Glory, Rhino had to go through 3 matches, yet this prick somehow believes that the TNA committee are against him.
Yeah, he's a
what is Jeff Jarrett's actual problem? Is it the fact that he has to defend his title? Does he want to be the world champion and never have to defend it? What is his fucking problem with the committee? They do nothing. They're not screwing him. They're not putting him in fatal 4-way matches. They're not putting him in extreme matches or putting him against, numbers where he's outnumbered or against the odds. They ain't doing any of that shit.
It's an awful storyline, it really is.
They fucking made Rhino wrestle 3 matches to beat him, which he did. They gave Jeff Jarrett a rematch, and because Jeff Jarrett won it in controversial fashion, they went, you know what, we'll have a rubber match to settle who's the number 1. How's that screwing over Jeff Jarrett? How the fuck is that screwing Jeff Jarrett?
It's not screwing Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, this prick comes out every week talking about the TNA fucking championship committee.
He talks about if they want war. Fuck off, Jeff Jarrett, man. It's so bad. It's so bad, this title reign. The championship committee. What was been wrong with Rhino having a fucking reign? What would be wrong giving Christian the belt as soon as he fucking walked in the door? What would be wrong giving it to Jeff Hardy, Monty Brown, all these people? Fucking Billy Gunn. But no, this prick. Fucking Scott D'Amore's more worthy of this belt than Jeff Jarrett at the minute.
See, that's the problem when you're still leader, majority owner at that point, I guess. You're fucking going to have the belt.
You're going to have the belt, buddy. Someone needs to get their cash out. But we have a non-X Division title match.
Dixie Carter to save TNA.
No, it's weird though, right? Jeff Jarrett's in the middle of ranting about this, and Samoa Joe's like making his entrance. Is it just because they're pushed for time, or is it to not be fucked with Jeff Jarrett talking anymore and send out the fat man?
Well, I really can't blame them. By the way, explosion matches for anybody that cares. Sanjay Dutt and Austin Aries defeated Diamonds in the Rough. Prince of Punk, Shannon Moore defeated Cassidy Riley. Chris Sabin and Lance Hoyt defeated Roderick Strong and John Boland. And Team Canada, Petey Williams, Bobby Roode and A1 defeated Chase Stevens, Andy Douglas and Shark Boy. So, a bunch of who's fucking jobbers on Explosion.
Yep. But talking of jobbers, Jay Lethal loses this match to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's still rocking about with the same bloody tile that he beat Christopher Daniels up like 6 weeks ago with. Is this not manky?
He doesn't want to wash it, I guess.
He doesn't want to wash it, but
it's got sentimental value.
But Conan wants to wash his ties with the New Age Outlaws, damn it. He says Road Dogg doesn't get to decide who's family, so fuck him. He decided to betray Billy Gunn, and then Ron Killen's like, I don't know what's going on, man. I won't be stuck in the middle of this, and he decides he's done with it, and he walks away. Is he walking away for Conan, or is he walking away for TNA? I don't really remember Ron the Truth Killens much after this, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks like Ron Killen's R-Truth's done.
Could be done.
Doesn't want to be in the middle of this shite anymore.
No, I don't want to be in the middle of Alex Shelley taking on Matt Bentley with Tracy Brooks. What? I mean, Alex Shelley whipping out his fucking camera. What? This gimmick's doing nothing for me. Like, why can't he just watch the matches after?
Yeah.
I get it. TNA's taped, so you probably have to wait a few weeks, or in this case, 4 days.
Shannon Moore came out, appeared on the balcony with a sign that said X Division needs to get Punk. Then I guess he's a punk, so he's gonna inject himself into the X Division. Do we really care? No,
we don't care. I think it's insane though that Shannon Moore leaves WWE, goes to TNA, and then WWE bring him back. What are they thinking? Fucking bringing back Shannon Moore.
I think it's insane. Any of these guys think they've got a chance against Joe, but yeah, whatever. Moving next to Shane Douglas, Jeff Jarrett, America's Most Wanted promo.
The Championship Committee, Shane.
Jeff Jarrett told America's Most Wanted that they're going to find out who's with them and who's against them. Gail Kim shows up for the first time in weeks, and she demands Jeff Jarrett tell her about Jackie Guerra, but Jeff Jarrett basically just pushes her away and is like, no, I'll tell you later. Right now, we've got business to take care of. Then we get Shane Douglas, Fowler, James Mitchell, and Abiz. Abiz shows off the scars on his arm, look pretty nasty.
Real fighting power, man.
James Mitchell claims that Abiz is ready to win the NWA World Heavyweight title, but he's been overlooked. Scott D'Amore shows up, puts his arm around James Mitchell and says he has a business proposal. Then we have Rhino defeating Joe Doring. I mean, fucking who cares about this? The fans are chanting, Rhino, you got screwed, you got screwed. Rhino foes to go through all members of Team Canada to get to that fat little bastard Scott D'Amore. Well, he's not wrong there. He is a fat little bastard. Then Shane Douglas and Jeff Jarrett are backstage with Diamonds in the Rough. Jeff Jarrett asks Diamonds if they're with him. What the hell? Diamonds in the Rough absolutely suck.
No, how many people does Jeff Jarrett need with him here? He's wanting the Biz, he's wanting Monty Brown, now he's wanting the Diamonds in the Rough with Simon. How many fucking jobbers do you want to add here? James Mitchell as well, you're going to wing in there?
Gail Kim then showed up and bugged Jeff Jarrett again and said she wanted to talk now, and Jeff Jarrett again kind of just pushed her away and downplayed her need to speak to him. And I mean, are we supposed to care?
See this whole Jackie Guerra thing, right?
There was never.
At worst, it's going to be an affair. So who fucking cares?
Yeah, but there was never any real fucking signs that they were dating, was there?
Yeah, these two.
Gail Kim and Jeff Jarrett. She just looked like a falle. There was never really any signs that they were in a romantic relationship or anything like that.
Yeah, you're right. Who
now,
cares?
maybe if they were, you could understand why Gail Kim's so annoyed, but. Literally, it was like Gail Kim was managing Jeff Jarrett for about 6 weeks. Then Jackie Guerra showed up, and Gail Kim's not happy about it.
It's not even just Gail Kim, though. America's Most Wanted looked pissed a few weeks ago as well. Like, Jarrett, what are you doing? I mean, why would they care? All I want to do is drink.
Then we get an interview with Shane Douglas and Larry Sabisco. Very interview heavy, this show. The Larry Sabisco admits that he lost control of his emotions and said TNA management want Raven gone now. He's going to make a match. If Raven wins, he gets a shot at the world title, but if Raven loses, then he's gone. He's fired from TNA. I guess, I don't know if Raven has to agree to this. It sounded like Sabisco was just enforcing it. So I don't have a clue what's happening here.
We'll have to wait and see, but I don't have a clue what's happening next. We've got Team 3D taking on Alex Skipper and David Young with Simon Diamond. And guess what, right? What is Dave Hebner doing here? This is labelled as, in perhaps the biggest shock in TNA history. What? That has to be a piss take. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, Dave Hebner just appeared out of fucking nowhere.
Just started scoring the fucking match.
Now, I
don't know if that's Earl.
I don't know how... it looked like Earl to me, but I mean, it could have been Dave.
You know why I think it is Dave? Because they wouldn't pretend they wouldn't know who it is if it was Earl. They would make it known that it was Earl for me. Would they not?
No, that's true, actually.
Like, I mean, I know Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty don't look similar, but say they did, would they be like... I don't know if that's Shawn Michaels or Marty Jannetty.
No, if it was Shawn Michaels, they'd be claiming it was Shawn Michaels, and if it was Marty Jannetty, they'd still be trying to claim it's Shawn Michaels. So, I mean, it's... whatever. We've got one of the Hebners here.
Biggest shot in TNA history. This has to be a piss take.
Very poor match, in my opinion. Team 3D. Bubba's looking very fat and very out of shape.
It went on too long.
I mean, he was looking pretty fat at ECW One Night Stand, but, I mean, he's put on a lot of weight since then. Don't get me wrong, he always kind of looked fat. I'm not going to deny that, but I don't know. He just seems even fatter now than he ever was.
And he's wearing a TNA Wrestling Cross the Line shirt.
Yeah, it's not great, and he's trying to do wrestling moves here, and you're like, what the fuck? He done a sunset flip, and it looked terrible.
It did. But they won. And again, should they not be beating these guys within like 3 minutes? Like, why did it go 10 minutes?
Because they are the diamonds in the rough. We go backstage, got Shane Douglas, Jeff Jarrett and Scott D'Amore with Team Canada. Scott D'Amore reports that his meeting with Monty Brown didn't go as well as planned. He said something about, if I didn't leave, I was going to get the pounds. Gail Kim was just standing there, filing her nails. Jarrett asked her what's wrong, and she said nothing. This is just really fucking bad acting here.
It is, isn't it? No, this is like, here, we're on the Sci-Fi channel, or fucking Spike TV, whatever it is these days. It's just, WWE wouldn't let this happen. Wouldn't they not?
It's been fucking 4 segments tonight, and everyone's been the exact same.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just fucking garbage. Like, Gail Kim is went from being like extremely annoyed, and by the more segments they go on, she seems less annoyed. It's like, I don't know. I mean, why is Gail Kim? Why is Jeff Jarrett in like 10 segments tonight? Like you said, they're the same things. Like, they're not any different. And like every one, barring the first one, has been backstage with Shane Douglas. Fucking change up a bit.
Alright, then main event time. Jeff Jarrett comes to the ring. He's got a bunch of guys with him. He's got Gail Kim. Well, she's not a guy, but she's there anyway. America's Most Wanted, James Mitchell and Abyss, Scott D'Amore and Team Canada are all in the ring. The crowd are chanting boring, and this is extremely fucking boring.
Yeah, it is. It is extremely boring.
Jeff Jarrett went down. He asked every wrestler, are you with me or against me? Scott D'Amore said with. AMW said with. And Abyss said with. So everybody here is with Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett then called it Monty Brown. Monty Brown came to the ring. He said he never liked Jeff Jarrett because he's a liar. But what he says tonight made sense. Monty Brown said if it's a battle of attrition, then the alpha male is all in, and shook Jeff Jarrett's hand.
Right, why is Monty Brown joining Jeff Jarrett's team here? What's the reason and what's the logic?
He just called him a liar and then he shook his hand. I don't get it.
Like, if Jeff Jarrett thinks TNA are planning the war to get the belt off him, then why would Monty Brown and Abyss team up with Jeff Jarrett?
What war? The guy has to defend his fucking belt.
I mean, at least with Monty Brown's like a sane... I mean, he's a bit crazy, he's on drugs, like, but fair enough. But Abyss is a fucking built as a monster. Why would he care about a war that's being raged on Jeff Jarrett's NWA belt? Why would he side with him?
Well, in fairness, it was James Mitchell that made the call.
Yeah, it was James Mitchell, but Abyss is fucking... I mean, this is just the wrong way to go with Abyss.
Maybe they think if they side with Jarrett, they'll get a title shot. I don't fucking know.
Well, according to Jeff Jarrett, they shaft him and dish title shots out to everybody.
Well, Abyss hasn't had one yet.
Maybe James Mitchell should go to the championship committee.
But don't worry, the lights go out. We see a scorpion flash on the screen, so that means Sting's going to come out and save the show, or is he? Because Christian Cage, Team 3D, and Rhino appear on the stage to Sting's music. So we've got Sting's music. We've got the lighting for Sting. We've got the Scorpion logo for Sting. We've got everything for Sting. But we have no Sting. We do have Christian Cage, Team 3D and Rhino, though, standing top of the stage. And, like, I mean, already, Cage and Team 3D, they're beginning to feel like part of the furniture here.
Yeah, they
in
are.
TNA. They're not really feeling special.
It doesn't even end with a brawl, man. It just ends with like the four of them like coming out to Sting's fucking music, looking at the group. Jeff Jarrett's calling them down like for a fight, and these guys are just standing there like, nah, it's alright.
I just can't think of any way to make people feel less of a big deal than sticking them all in a group.
And have them commit to some other guy's theme who's not there.
And then they're supposed to be, fighting for TNA? Is this the TNA originals only, even though three of them's only been there for a month or whatever?
It's incredibly cheap, man. Like, you can't just keep teasing fucking Sting.
Yeah.
And ending the show that way.
See
if you want the lights to go out and then come back on, it's like, oh, was that Sting? That's fair enough. But not this.
This show sucked, guys. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10, and that's being pretty generous, to be honest. Interviews weren't great.
Matches weren't good.
And
the ending was fucking shite.
There was nothing really.
It literally just copies like what happened at the pay-per-view. I'd actually argue this was worse, because at least at the pay-per-view, it was solely just Sting's like clothes. I mean, here it was fucking two fat guys, a skinny ass Christian Cage who's built like an Ethiopian, and fucking Rhino who's lost his family. So yeah.
2 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, 2 out of 10 for me. TNA, man, I really expected this to be good, like great, like giving it 6s and 7s and 8s every week. What the fuck's going on?
Well, we kind of were at the start.
Well, not anymore.
But it's going downhill.
Not anymore, Scott Demore.
Something needs to fucking change anyway, guys. That's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace. It's a prime time special, and no, I don't mean it like Skipper. I mean TNA Impact.
Just before turning point, and could this be the turning point in Jeff Jarrett's title reign? Let's find out, guys, here on Fog Wrestling.
The reign of terror that hasn't exactly reigned consecutively for years, but it's been on and off like the rain in the UK. Pretty shite. The guy holds the belt for months, loses it for a week, wins it back next week, and then holds it again for another 6 months.
I don't think I should have to defend it against him.
And then he just blames TNA management. So basically what Jeff Jarrett wants is just to never defend the belt. And by the way, this show did 800,000 viewers.
Is that up or down for last week?
It's the same as last week. Last week did 800,000 viewers as well. So TNA here,
not bad.
They're not quite getting into their millions yet, but they will. Next year.
800,000 is no bad, I don't think.
I mean, it's up from the start of the year before, and plus Impact's only really around. They were doing like on their weekly shows, they were doing like 200,000, 150,000. So all of a sudden they're approaching 1 million numbers here. So they're getting close to it.
Yeah, it's almost mainstream numbers, isn't it?
And when you add Kurt Angle to the mix. I mean,
your numbers of ratings go up.
I mean, you can say what you want, but they're only 500,000 of current fucking Raw.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
And then the Major League. But we did kick off with that dirty dog, Jeff Jarrett. And the American Most Wanted. They're taking on Jeff Hardy, Chase Stevens, and Andy Douglas. I just don't get this Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas tag team, do you?
I don't. And do you want a spoiler, by the way, when TNA will get into the millions?
Kurt Angle's debut.
No, I believe it is. Dun, 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 drum roll, please. Last week in January 2006, 1.1 million.
No bad. That must be when Christian wins the belt or something.
Right.
I just don't really understand Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas. They've been betrayed pretty strong, I think.
They have been. They've been out though since Bound for Glory.
No, but yeah, they have been. But no, I don't like.
Sting's retirement speech, by the way.
Team, is it?
1.1 million, buddy.
Team Canada, right? Jeff Jarrett and America's Most Wanted. I think all their matches they get fucking destroyed and they just sneak a win.
Especially by what's this team called again?
I don't know what they're called. No,
Chase Stevens and
Douglas
Williams, or whatever he's called.
Andy Douglas.
Yeah, they always seem to have the beating. And they had the beating of them tonight, but unfortunately...
but I don't recall Evolution like getting battered every match and sneaking a win. No, if it was against Goldberg, maybe they'd get battered, but they'd sneak a win.
Yeah, but it doesn't really happen.
But like, I think Jeff Jarrett does. I mean, I think if we've taken on even Amazing Red, he'd fucking get battered and sneak a win. But they do manage to pick up the win. Jeff Hardy was wearing green neon paint, and Jeff Jarrett ended up infected.
And yeah, before we talk about that, one last thing I want to mention about the ratings, right? Then we can talk about this show. TNA's fucking shows are coming on at 11 PM Eastern. It's not a good time slot.
No, it's not. But only it's on for an hour.
Yeah, but it's not like the Raw and SmackDown.
Well, I don't think TNA's
or AEW
where they come on.
No, but I remember ECW used to come on at like 2 AM. I mean, that was the grave shift fucking slot in the UK. Fucking big ECW.
In the UK?
I don't know. I think it was late in America as well. I think
That's not too bad if it's 2 AM in the UK though.
No, but I think ECW in America was late as well. Because sure, like the more views you can get, if you take a graveyard slot, you won't have to pay as much money.
No. Well, obviously,
or get as much money, like, you know. So
probably have them going at 5 AM.
True.
But yeah, 6-man tag. Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, multicolored, green.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett looking very green. It's a bit weird just seeing his... I mean, Jeff always wrestles in face paint and shit and body paint, and it never really comes off and onto other wrestlers.
Yeah.
Not that I've noticed before. Not to this extent, anyway.
The highlighter has leaked here.
Yeah, I don't know what he was using.
Nah, but whatever has it is burst. But Jeff Jarrett, you know, just gets does the stroke. 1, 2, 3. Even the stroke, it's just a slow fucking
Down.
wins. Yo, I know you can say maybe Jeff Hardy's on every drug to the moon. I'll accept that. But see, if there was ever a time for Jeff Hardy to like grab a company by the scruff of the neck, is it not this TNA run and give him the fucking belt?
And what's he done? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like, no, we can always talk about...
We can be honest though, his second TNA run's a lot better.
No, it is obviously, but TNA dropped the balls, I think, in these years, just having Jeff Jarrett hoard the fucking belt.
Yeah, we've got to be honest here. See Jeff Jarrett. Is he the biggest star in TNA right now? Is he really bigger than a Jeff Hardy or a Rhino? I've got to be honest though, is he?
No.
As someone would say, I mean, I know he likes to say this a lot about people never drew a dime, but I mean, he didn't really draw a dime, really.
I think there's a lot of money in the Dudleys fucking having the belts. Like Bubba Ray having the world title for fucking Jeff Jarrett.
Or having the Dudleys as the tag team champs, but almost position them as the top guys.
No, the thing
and having you could have while the Dudleys were there and the Dudleys were like the forefront of TNA, you could have positioned the tag team titles as the most important title in TNA because they've done it with X Division.
Yeah.
See, a lot of the time, Jeff Jarrett was doing this like hostage fucking run with the belt. A lot of the times, the X Division belt was main eventing anyway. I think they could have done this with the Dudleys.
No, but you've got the company playing the narrative of, oh, fuck WWE, look at Triple H, he's got the belt, and you're doing the exact same thing, but worse.
Like, see when Christian came out and he was talking about he left a show where people were coming out and cutting 20-minute promos. See if TNA was on for 2 hours, Jeff Jarrett would be cutting 20-minute promos. But he has to do 10 because it's only on for 1 hour.
At least WWE's got SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean,
TNA's just got Jarrett.
I mean, no offence to Jeff Jarrett, but I think when you look back, he did hold down TNA for these years.
No, he did.
I just think they could have done a hell of a lot more.
No, they could.
There's so many more. I think Raven's a lot more interesting than Jeff Jarrett.
He is.
But the guy can't even get in the fucking building.
Like I said, you know, if Billy Gunn's ever going to win a world title, is this not it?
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Like,
and see these people I'm not saying they'd fucking do what Jeff Jarrett did and hold it for 6 years or whatever. I'm talking 2-month reigns.
is it any coincidence though? As soon as like Dixie Carter comes in and they start getting the big names in, Jeff Jarrett never sees a title again.
Nah, he's just a fucking jobber.
So
anyway,
Jeff Jarrett gets sent home.
He was better towards Austin and he just wanted to take as many fucking title reigns as he could. But we move on to Rhino, talking again about his career. He's walking down Philadelphia, I think it is, Seaside, and he's like, I'm going to win the title. That's it. Pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah.
Moving on though, got Larry Sabisco and Raven. What about that girl, Raven? Oh yeah!
I reckon Raven's girl would draw more ratings than fucking Jeff Jarrett.
Probably would, but yep, Sabisco says here, I'm the director of authority, and what are you doing, Raven? You can't touch me!
You can't come in here. Raven says at Turning Point he's going to beat whoever Labisco puts in front of him, and he will drop Labisco on his neck, on his head even. Neck, head, same
and
shit.
This is another thing, like, TNA using Jeff Jarrett, like, it's just also like late WCW. Like, I'm not saying Jeff Jarrett was the WCW guy in the dying days, but fucking change it up. Honestly. I just don't get it. Samoa Joe defeats Amazing Red. We've got Alex Shelley out there with his camera. videotaping it. This Amazing Red guy, I never got the gimmick. Coming out in a TNA shirt with fucking a red mohawk sort of thing.
Yeah, I never really liked the Amazing Red. Very small dude as well. Just a guy really went to the Amazing Red. I get it. Oh, he's in red and he's amazing, but it didn't really do much for me. Like, I personally wasn't a big fan
No, it didn't.
of the Amazing Red.
Even talking about him gives you a fucking sore throat. But up next we've got Mike Tenay and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Right, what's happened to Bobby the Brain? We've seen him last week.
He looks pretty decrepit, I'll give him that. The guy's old though.
No, he's old, right? But if you remember him in like WCW...
Yeah, but you're right. Seeing WCW in his last like couple of years, he looked alright. Alright, I get it, he was looking old, but he looked healthy old. See, when you see him a couple of years later, I think he even had an appearance in WWE.
Yeah, he did. Mania. X7.
And he just looked really fragile.
Yep. Yeah, even then.
No, I mean, in WWE's appearance, he looked fragile. But
He's lost a lot of weight.
yeah,
And
no,
I think you look at, it's like, people like him, even, like Lex Luger, these, like, not even these days, I'm talking like 10 years ago. Even like, see when Ultimate Warrior came back, he still looked big.
he was big, buddy.
Like, Sting today still looks big. But there's some people, man, that just, like, they do not age well. And, like, it's not like this guy was on the roids.
No.
He's a fucking manager. And he's lost weight, and he's lost the ability to speak.
Yeah.
This guy's a young American, yeah. He's a heavyweight champion of the baseball.
Sounding a bit like Dusty Rhodes here.
I'm the grandson of a plumber. I don't know what Bobby Heenan is, but he's certainly the brain.
Would that not be Goldust? Would he be the grandson of a plumber?
Apparently, true, but apparently when he died,
Grandson of a faggot.
he looked like a light bulb.
Who?
Bobby the Brain Heenan. That's what he looked like, a light bulb.
Was he shining?
No, like big head, small body.
Alright, okay.
No, that.
Who said that?
I don't know. The reports at the time. I just remember. It all stuck with me in my head. But no, remember that episode of SpongeBob where they're at the door with the chocolate, and the person's mum comes to the door in the wheelchair and they're like a worm with the sunglasses on. That's what he looked like, apparently.
What's age did he die at?
I don't know. I don't know what he had. I think he had a stroke and then he had something. But
Shame.
point is, I don't think he should be on TV here.
No, he looks awful old.
And
Like,
I'm not saying
Although, at least he's.
Fuck am I?
I mean, at least he wasn't taking bumps.
True. No, it's the same with Flair now. Like, Flair looks very skinny and frail.
No, he does. He does.
Like, and even if you look at Hogan recently, he's beginning to fucking... But I mean, people age, man. We have to just accept it. But essentially what's happening here is we're getting a match at Turning Point between these baseball guys. It just screams WCW, doesn't it?
Yeah, WCW.
Right, then we have the 4 Live crew taking on the Beasts of Furman. They defeat the Beasts of Furman. What is this? The Beasts of Furman? Elvis and Sin? The fuck's this? 4 Live crew is a failed experiment. Why did they make some... Oh, buddy, do you accept Billy? No, we don't accept anybody. They suck, don't they?
Yeah, they absolutely suck.
No, I don't understand why this faction went anywhere. Like, why does Billy Gunn need them? If anything, why wouldn't you just reunite Billy Gunn and Road Dogg and go as a tag team?
Yeah, just 4 Live crew. The 4 of them. Just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. What did
I think Conan and R-Truth can work as a team. But not the 4 of them.
Well, I think they will break up soon.
No, they will, like, but for fuck's sake, what are we doing, man? Honestly, this is just garbage. Then we've got Bobby Roode and Scott D'Amore backstage. It's Bobby Roode just cutting a promo about Christian Cage here. Because, of course, they're going into action up next. Scott D'Amore says he offered Christian a chance to rule TNA. But now there's going to be a shift in power. Then we have Christian Cage taking on Bobby Roode. Decent enough match here. But then, after Christian wins, Monty Brown comes out and fucking points him at his boots, doesn't he?
He does. Christian Cage gets... Well, I mean, Christian Cage doesn't get pounced. He manages to dodge the pounce, and it is...
Yeah, well,
well, in the end, he gets taken out, like, but it's Scott Amore, Captain Scott.
He's pounced at his transgender boots.
Big fatty that goes to the outside, so not too good for him.
Christian was never losing this, and it makes sense for him not to lose.
He was wearing the same attire from the SmackDown vs. Raw game.
He was, wasn't
Big Christian Cage, aye. Gets the win over Bobby Roode, but as we see, Monty Brown finishes the night, looking pretty strong. And I thought this was going to end the show, but it doesn't.
We cut backstage to like the parking lot. We've got a biz.
A big massive bright light in the background.
Light bulb.
Maybe it was Bobby the Heenan, I don't know. But it's shining bright, and we've got a biz and Mr. Scott or James Scott.
James Mitchell.
Mitchell, that's the one. James Mitchell.
Phil Mitchell. Go play games, huh?
They're walking in towards the camera. Mike Tenay's like, oh, they're walking into the impact zone. And I'm thinking, hold on, the show's about to end in 2 seconds. They come down to the ring. Rings look normal. Absolutely everything's fine here.
How many promos can James Mitchell though do about barbed wire?
Well, he gets in the ring to cut a promo. He can't really cut anything because the lights go out. The lights come back on about 2-3 seconds later. Biz is in the ring, but he is joined by Sabu, and the ropes have magically turned into barbed wire. So, yeah, explain this.
Don't know what happened, man. They must have the world's quickest fucking ring crew.
And they worked in the dark as well.
Exactly. Editor's note on Online World of Wrestling noted, very clever camera trick there. Is it really? I mean, for fuck's sake, man. The screen fades to black and they've just put in the barbed wire. It's not groundbreaking, this.
No, not
it's
really.
It's obviously just, the benefits of a taped show.
Yeah,
like,
give me the benefits, buddy.
I mean, because evident at fucking Turning Point, it took them about half an hour to sort the fucking barbed wire out, so...
I'd like them to try this shit when it was live.
God damn it, but that is where TNA ended. I thought a pretty weak go-home show.
Yeah, no, it wasn't great. I mean...
My problem with it is...
You couldn't even got... Rhino can't even show up for some reason.
Yeah, Rhino's got the Raven effect.
Like, the Raven effect, pun intended there, DDT, plant it on his head, boom.
Yeah, I just don't think a Bez and Sabu should be ending the show. Like, they end it, then they kick off Turning Point.
Yeah, so, crazy. Absolutely crazy there.
I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10?
Aye, 4
I'll give a 5 out of 10. I like the ending. I did like the ending, but it's a bit far-fetched how quickly the ropes just changed. So, a 4.5, guys, out of 10 for us. And, while we were talking about ratings earlier, I just want to point out the fact that on Hogan's debut, TNA did 2.2 million viewers, and they peaked on that show with a high quarter of 2.9. And people have got the audacity to say that AEW is the only company to come in and be in the same stratosphere as WWE since WCW went out of business. Well, hold on a fucking second here. When can AEW claim to get anywhere near those numbers?
Fucking nowhere near.
And AEW's got the benefits of, let's be honest, Tony Khan's fucking sugar daddy da.
A war chest.
I mean, that's what they've got. They've got prime time everything, great network. I mean, TNA were stuck on Spike. I'm not saying Spike's bad, like.
Spike for Tom and Jerry.
But it's not fucking great.
I know.
It's not TNT.
Not
so let's
TNT,
put some respect on TNA's name here.
No,
2.2 million viewers. AEW can only dream of doing that. 2.9 million quarter, like.
Absolutely phenomenal, guys. But 4.5. I am.
Hey, when was the last time Raw did 2.2?
Fucking let me know.
No, when was the last time Raw? I tell you what,
A reunion show.
Fuck, it would be.
It would
It's
be.
probably the only time it's done it in the past couple of years.
Probably, easily.
Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll catch you in the next one, and we'll see what kind of rating Genesis can deliver. Till next time. Wait, is it Genesis? Turning Point. Turning Point, buddy. We'll see what Turning Point delivers here for us on this channel. But we'll catch you in that one. Until then, though, peace. 3 things are certain in life: death, taxes, and Jeff Jarrett mentioning the TNA management. Welcome back, guys, to Folk Wrestling for another TNA review. And quite frankly, I am sick of Jeff Jarrett talking about TNA management, talking about the championship committee. I'm just sick of Jeff Jarrett and this reign of terror, and we've only been watching it for like 2 months.
Yep, the championship committee. I'd like to see the committee. See, instead of just talking about it hypothetically, let's see it.
What is the committee? Is it Larry Sabisco on his own? Does Larry Sabisco have like alternative like ego personalities, or?
No, you can hype up something and not get it. It's not like seen WWE when they say like the board of directors, but like McMahon's the man.
You know McMahon's on the board, so that's how you need. Like, we don't know nothing about this TNA management. or this championship committee, apart from the fact that Larry Sabisco has got a hard-on for Raven. I mean, that's the only thing we know.
Sabisco's not a strong, leadership role sort of guy.
Like, who the fuck is deciding?
I think Sabisco would make a perfect stooge. Like a Patterson, Briscoe. Not a McMahon.
Why doesn't Jeff Jarrett go after Sabisco instead of complaining about TNA management?
Yeah, why not?
Seems like Jeff Jarrett's the one that should have the...
I actually don't get the Jeff Jarrett gimmick, right? Because he's like...
He gets everything handed to him, but...
That's my point. Because he's like, if it ain't going to be Christian, then the next Flair is going to be Monty Bryan, then the next Flair is going to be Jeff. So, who are you going to be happy with then?
What does he expect? Just to be the champion forever and never have to defend his belt?
No, what is the gimmick?
Anyway, we'll speak more about Christian, or not Christian, we'll speak more about...
I'll tell you what, right? Somebody is certainly not going to be facing him is Bobby the Brain Heenan. What the fuck's
Bobby the Brain Heenan. So
Bobby Nabrain.
We've got Don West, he's in the parking lot anticipating the arrival of Raven. He's waiting on Raven coming. Samoa Joe shows up, bumps into Don West. Don West asks him why he's here because he's not scheduled. Joe doesn't even give him the time of day.
Yeah,
walks on.
Flag.
Then Bobby the Brain Heaton appears out of nowhere and said something about TNA
Chicago Bills. I'm gonna watch them. Chicago Bills.
I have no idea what he said. Couldn't make out something about TNA. And then,
maybe he's on the championship committee.
and then that's the show starts. So I guess Don West makes his way to the commentary
desk. So weird about this. This is the last we see of Heenan. Till next week.
So what was he fucking doing here?
It's not just make it so obvious this is like a taped show. The fact that he appeared like this, but yet we don't see him till next week.
Bit dumb, isn't it?
It's supposed to be like weekly episodic TV, not here. This guy just appeared. Like this would make sense if it ended the show, not fucking kicking off the show.
Yeah, well, not really, because it still means he's waited a week to, you know what I mean? Like,
I know, yeah, but it makes a wee bit more sense.
Opening match, X Division, Fatal 4-Way. Look, the X Division always got talked up. I personally wasn't a big fan here.
No. I can't sit here and say, like, that this is much better than, like, today's flippy shit. It is better to a degree, but, like, let's be real. I mean, you take AJ Styles and Samoa Joe to it, like, and it's just a bunch of fucking jobbers.
But the X Division is just basically a bunch of flippy guys that do moves and have zero character. And that's what we get on AEW. No, so I can't sit here and say it's better. Now, I don't think the style of wrestling is as bad as AEW.
No,
I think there's more selling. I think there's less super kicks, and I think it's less spot monkeys. But I mean, it is fast paced, and I think it's. I would say this is. I think this is a bit closer to what you would get in the WCW Cruiserweight division than what you would get in today. I'm not going to say it's today, but there's just no real stars in it.
Daniels could work the exact same match with Styles and Chris Sabin. You're just going to prefer the Styles match, aren't you? So that's simple.
Yeah, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. These names don't really mean anything to me.
Nope.
Petey Williams. I mean, he's got a cool finisher, but...
Double A.
It is what it is. Who won the match? It was... Chris Sabin, so there you go. Although Alex Shelley did come out with a video camera, because he's a student of the game, apparently, and he's going to record his matches and then watch them back.
Why not just, record TNA? Is it because you'd have to wait a month to fucking see it?
That's a good point, actually.
I don't get that.
Surely the hard cam's going to, pick up more footage anyway than his wee fucking shitty... yeah. Then we got an interview with Terry Taylor and America's Most Wanted. Terry Taylor went into their dressing room, but they've only got one dressing room in TNA, so everybody shares it. They were sitting on the couch, drinking beers and watching the funeral for Team 3D.
They're really living off this. I mean, I enjoyed the segment, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's time to move on. Yeah,
it was fucking 3 months ago.
And they're making it as if they killed the Dudleys. You didn't. You had a phony segment where you pretended they were dead. I mean, come on.
I know.
They're making it as if this was the greatest achievement of all time. You haven't actually beat the Dudleys yet, so...
Yeah, I don't understand what this gimmick is, to be honest, but... It is what it is, and the backstage arena looks like shite.
Yeah,
it's just a couch with wrinkles on it.
I think the Dudleys have been in Japan as well, so that's why we haven't seen them full time on TNA.
Yeah, but what I don't understand about that is, like, they're taping these shows, and if they're there 1 week, well, why can't they be there the rest of the weeks?
That is true. Up next, we had... It was an okay segment, though. Up next, we had Abyss. We followed James Mitchell taking on Kenny King. He beats him easy. You get a Biz every single week. Biz is a workhorse, I'll give him that. The lights go out, Sabu appears, Sabu brawls with Abiz, but Abiz didn't really show his fear of the barbed wire. And even though Sabu's the one that came out and attacked Abiz, Sabu got his ass whooped. He got smashed in the head with a steel chair wrapped in barbed wire.
The brawl ended up going backstage, which took all of 4 seconds.
Yeah, 1 minute they're just over the railings, and then the next minute they're outside the impact zone, so it just shows you how small the impact zone is.
The backstage looks pathetic. It's like such a dull, beigey, orangey colour.
Like, look at rest WWE, like when they're in they have to like brawl from ringside to the outside. It would take you a while to get there. I mean, they were literally outside the impact zone.
Sabu was an Irish whip away for being in the parking lot.
Fucking insane. Then he gets slammed onto a pile of guardrails. So, I mean, it was alright.
They hit him with the barbed wire.
Then we got a vignette where Rhino talked about his 4-year stint in WWE and personal issues that led to his release and his wife leaving him. And I mean, it did feel like Rhino was on the verge of suicide here. It was fucking.
It was weird though, because it sounded like he was going to bash WWE, but then he was kind of like, you know what? They gave me a big house and my wife's a bitch. Then you've got Mike Tenay and Don West shaking their head like, yeah.
And you've got this wee music.
You're the man, Rhino.
You got this music playing. It was like funeral music or something. Is this like? It was like we're paying a tribute to somebody. Like when Eddie Guerrero dies, here without you, baby. That's what it was like here. It was like we're paying tribute to Rhino. It was. This is almost like a rest in peace vid, where Rhino's just, I don't know, dejected at life.
And Mike Tenay just went, ah well, moving on. Fuck you, Rhino.
No, but they're like, oh man, that brought a tear to my eye. Anyway, moving on. You know, it was like, oh, what the hell? I liked it though, but it was fucking weird. I mean,
it was all right.
It was dodgy. Up next in the ring, we have Jeff Jarrett and Mike Tenay. Jeff Jarrett came out and he pulled Mike Tenay. He says he's sick of listening to Rhino in videos talking like he's on Dr. Phil. And then Jeff Jarrett blamed TNA management, trying to get a sympathy vote for Rhino. Jeff Jarrett said it's TNA's management's fault that Gail Kim won't return his calls. He blames TNA management on Jackie Gator coming down and slapping him in the face. And then Mike Tenay asked Jeff Jarrett why Jackie Gator slapped him, and then Jeff Jarrett says, "Don't go there today." And then Tenay had to remind Jeff Jarrett,
you, buddy.
"Hey, it was you brought it up. You brought it up, you stupid son of a bitch." And Don West is cheering on Mike Tenay from ringside.
Like, obviously, right, Jackie Gator, he had an affair somewhere, but it's not. But they never. If they actually disclosed that him and Gail Kim are going, in storyline sense.
No, I spoke about this a couple weeks ago in one of the reviews. Like Gail Kim just like out of nowhere turned up and started managing Fale and Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. So what is the big issue? Like, it's not like the big issue would be with Jeff Jarrett and his wife, because she's not on camera, so it's irrelevant. Like, America's Most Wanted and Team Canada are like fucking raging with Jarrett over this.
What? How could you do that? How could you do that? Christian comes out. He says he was sick of sitting in the back listening to Jeff Jarrett putting the fans to sleep. He says it's TNA and he's boring everybody and is complaining of the management. Christian says when he's done with Monty Brown, he's coming for the NWA World Championship. The fans are all chanting boring here. Jeff Jarrett's not happy, so he challenges Cage to a fight. Cage hits the ring. We have a little bit of a brawl. Cage goes for the unprettier. Jarrett runs out. Bobby Roode then comes out and attacks Christian Cage from behind. Jackie Gator runs out, slaps Jeff Jarrett. Security come out, they pull everybody apart. And then we get America Most Wanted come back out and they confront Jeff Jarrett over what happened with Jackie Gator. They want to know what the real deal is.
Like, who cares?
And then we have Christian attacking Bobby Roode and security break them up again. Just a bit of a fucking mess here. A boring Jeff Jarrett promo that Christian tried to come out and save, but I don't think it was that good either.
How can Christian, right, say, like that, his opening promo a couple weeks ago, like, it's just the same guy in WWE that comes out and speaks for 15 minutes. What the fuck's Jeff Jarrett doing then?
Well, in fairness, Jeff Jarrett doesn't speak for 15 minutes.
He speaks for 7.5 because it's an hour less.
Damn. Then we go backstage with an interview with 4 Live Crew and Bullet Bob Armstrong, who looks about 95 years old.
He did, but he cut a good promo.
He puts them all over. Well, he put them all over until he got to Conan, and he was like, "You're Conan, and you're the guy.
You're the 4th guy. Moving on, buddy.
you're the.
I don't like the color of you.
You're just another spike in the wheel, buddy."
Hey, just his glasses. Hold on a minute. Ron Simmons is fucking R-Truth's darker than you are, buddy. What?
Yeah, Bullet Bob thinks that this team can be. There's some great teams in wrestling, but this could be the best team.
Like, this guy's talked about here how he's, I've been wrestling for like 5 decades. You're fucking pish. Moving on.
He spoke as if he was still going. I'd hate to see this guy in the ring if he's still... I think he's still alive.
No.
Bullet Bob?
No, he did.
He did?
I don't know, 18 years ago. No, but, like, see, he's been wrestling at this point since, what, the 50s?
Aye, but when was his last match? He doesn't look like someone that still wrestles.
My point is, who fucking cares about him?
Bullet Bob. Google that shit. Find out when he last wrestled. Up next, we had Larry Sabisco in the ring. He is offering Raven the chance to sign the TNA release form and walk away. Instead, if he doesn't want to do this House of Ravens match or Raven's House of Fun match, Raven's got the opportunity. Raven refuses to do it. Then Larry Sabisco says that Raven has made his choice and his girlfriend will like this match. This enrages Raven. Raven snaps. He slaps Larry Sabisco. Says that he'll only sign the contract in Larry Sabisco's blood after he's beaten him down to hell. Larry Sabisco then introduces Raven's opponent. It is Simon Diamond, although it doesn't stop there because it's the entire Diamond crew or whatever this faction's called. It's Simon Diamond, Alex Skipper, and David Young in a 3-on-1 main event match against Raven inside the House of Fun. But we have an update on Bullet Bob Armstrong.
He's dead. He's been dead for 3 years. He was 81. Well, he was 80.
Rest in peace, Bullet Bob. When was the last match? Last match, come on. I don't like
May 11th, 2019.
Holy shit! He was refereeing. He couldn't. He wasn't wrestling.
He was 80-year-old.
Aye, but he wasn't wrestling.
Ring name's Alabama Jawcracker. I don't know. It says that was his last. I'll give you an update. You talk more pish there. Well, it says his career was to 1988 actually, but semi-retirement 2001. By the looks of it, sounds like his last match.
2001, guys. There you have it. Anyway, speaking of the last match.
Oh no, his last match was actually May 11th, 2019.
Jesus fucking Christ!
He defeated the Assassin in Alabama.
Wait, was he not 80?
He was 80.
So why does everyone make a big deal out of Ric Flair wrestling?
Because
this guy's 80.
Fuck about him.
No, but people are saying like Ric Flair can't do it. This guy looked like a member of The Walking Dead in 2005. What did he look like in 2019? 14 years later?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Anyway, there you go, guys. A little bit of trivia for you. Bullet Bob had his last match in 2019. Anyway, House of Fun main event. The Diamonds in the Rough defeat Raven. It was a pretty good match, though. Raven getting battered. Raven busted open. Raven bleeding everywhere. We did have Cassidy Riley come out and attack the Diamonds. He tried to even up things with Raven, but it wasn't enough. In the end, Raven got cut open pretty badly, and they threw him out over the top rope. He went crashing through a table, and the Diamonds in the Rough then just jumped to the outside and triple teamed Raven and got a 3-on-1 pinfall, really. So they all just piled on top of each other. Raven couldn't kick out. I mean, I'm glad it was a House of Fun match, because if it was just a normal wrestling match, it probably would have sucked, because it wasn't like the greatest fucking thing you'll ever see, but just with all the weapons and stuff.
It was a crazy match. It was just Raven and a bunch of jobbers, even the guy that helped him.
Yeah, and then that finishes, and we cut straight to the back where Samoa Joe's attacking AJ Styles. He hits a couple of knees, then bashes his head, and he yells, "I don't respect your code!"
But this took place over about 2 seconds.
Who does he think AJ is, Dexter? I don't respect your code.
Break down the... No, but this...
And then that was it.
This wasn't like a 2-minute segment. It was like a 10-second, if that.
I mean, Mike Tenay and Don West don't even get time to react and to tell us what happened. Or to
Tune in next...
No, we don't get any of that. The show just ends with AJ lying there and Samoa Joe's big fat ass walking away.
It was a bit of a clusterfuck, wasn't it, the night?
Yeah, but I think you can tell Vince Russo is cooking backstage here.
It's fucking...
This is Finny Mac. Finny Russo.
Yeah, like, I just don't understand why Raven wasn't allowed in the building for 2 months, and now he's... You know, it's like, oh, let's push Raven in the fucking main event.
Main event, like?
Yeah, main event Raven.
Main event Raven.
But yeah, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10? I'll get a 5. I thought it was pretty entertaining, to be honest.
But the main event feuds are fucking dead for me. Jeff Jarrett's killing this.
Down.
And Rhino wanted to kill himself, so...
Gore, gore, gore. Anyway, that's a 4 out of 10, guys. Let us know what you thought down below. We'll catch you in the next one. But until then, the damn TNA management. Peace. From hero to zero, Christian Cage made his big debut at TNA Genesis, but tonight on Impact, he got buried by Monty Brown.
Monty Brown took him downtown, brother.
You're going down, down. Oh shit, that's his ECW theme. Can't quite recall what his TNA theme is, but let's get into the show. This is your TNA Impact review for the 19th of November 2005. And the dark match, for anybody that cares, was Chris Sabin defeating Shannon Moore.
What a match that was indeed. Shannon Moore back.
So I take it Shannon Moore had a stint in WWE, then got released, and then went to TNA and probably got released there and came back.
I don't get why WWE would get him back.
Did he impress in TNA? I doubt it. Like, I mean, you know, you could maybe make that argument where if he went to TNA and he had a good run, maybe WWE would be like, maybe we were wrong there, rid of Shannon Moore, we'll bring him back. Plus, what I would say is, I think by the time he does return to WWE, I think the Cruiserweight title is a thing of the past.
Yeah, Cruiserweight title's dead. Cruiserweight title's only relevant, I think, from like,
when there's decent Cruiserweights.
I can't even recall it.
I think
Steel 6 Rumble.
I couldn't really tell you what happens after Gregory Helms loses the title.
That's basically what I just said, though, isn't it?
Now, you could argue he made it relevant, or you could argue he killed it.
He was the last good guy to hold it, not his fault.
Not his fault. Anyway, opening match, Samoa Joe defeats Jarrell Clark. Thoughts on?
Right, TNA's got a real problem with just fucking throwing jobbers out on Prime TV.
Yeah.
Jarrell Clark, I mean, this roster's packed. Joe's booked as a megastar, right? So why not fucking give him a guy that's like mid-card?
True, but I mean, could you not argue WWE do this sometimes when they're pushed? But then again, Joe's not getting pushed. He's been there for a while. This isn't shit.
Right, WWE might do it now. But see back in the day, right? When was this a thing? TNA's did this every week.
I actually think it makes it look cheap. See when WWE they've got like almost taken on three nobodies. I think it makes the company, because it's supposed to be Monday Night Raw. That's supposed
Joe just killed Daniels, right? So what's impressive with beating up a no name?
Yeah,
he's got a name, but he may as well have no name.
And also the fact these jobbers can just literally get onto the main show with no hassle, no bother.
He should be battering like a Frankie Kazarian here or something. Austin Aries. Why not?
I think so. Anyway, he beats him. AJ Styles comes up on the top screen, the big screen, and talked about the respect that the X Division has. And he says he stepped over the line when he done that to Christopher Daniels. AJ says normally you have to earn a shot at the X Division champion, but AJ's pissed off with Joe, so in fact he's going to give him a shot at Turning Point, and he vowed to end Joe's winning streak. I mean, I thought it was an okay promo, despite the fact he was kind of licking the arse of the X Division, but I think they're trying to get that over where it's a respect thing.
It's a respect thing, man. Me and Daniels, we went 65 minutes, man. And you killed him.
But if it's
very marky, man. I'm not a fan.
If it's really a respect thing, then would that mean there's no heels in the X Division?
And Daniels has clearly been a heel. And now all of a sudden, Joe's like a...
Because did Daniels respect AJ Styles? When he put up that gauntlet, was that really respecting? I don't know if that was respecting. That's like saying no one in the X Division's ever done any shady shit. Daniels has never tried to grab the tights.
I don't know why,
anything like that.
Right, why didn't he go down this route? Why can't it just be Joe's did a heinous thing and even like the heels think it's bad?
I'll give Petey Williams win that X Division belt. He pretty much cheated to win that. He low-blowed Matt Bentley.
No, but when Triple H...
No, but why is that not considered underhanded,
dirty.
A dirty stinking hyena?
See when Triple H killed Michaels not once but twice, no one came out and was like, hey, the main event scene's respect. There's no heels and faces in that, buddy.
You know what I mean? So we all know Triple H is a bastard, and we all know that match was unsanctioned, but I just feel like AJ's... No, I get it, right? I think Samoa Joe, storyline-wise, did go a bit too far, but I don't think it's got anything to do with the X Division. I just think what he done on Daniels was pretty shit.
Yep.
Whether it was the X Division, or World Title Division, or Tag Team Division, or the Brown Paper Bag Special
Joe
Division.
sticks out like a sore thumb enough in the X Division without this.
No weight limits. I think they threw that in there for Samoa Joe.
Had to.
Because pretty much everyone else is. I mean, we can say it's
205.
We can say it's not a cruiserweight title, but pretty much everyone else would qualify.
Yeah.
For the cruiserweight title, minus Joe. I mean, maybe half of Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we get Jeff Jarrett and Gail Kim coming out next, shouting at Mike Tenay. I don't really see what Jeff Jarrett's gimmick is. Since we started watching Impact, he's never fucking happy. And I get that, you know, he's a heel, he wants to complain, he doesn't want to defend his belt, but it's almost like he wants to defend his belt, but no matter who his opponent is, he won't be happy.
Why didn't Raven get a rematch? Well, fuck up, right?
Because you know for a fact, if Larry Sabisco came out and says Raven's getting his rematch, Jeff Jarrett wouldn't be happy.
No, you know what? I like Jarrett, but this is like the most Poundland Triple H reign of terror ever. Like, what are they going for here?
And I mean, Jarrett's biggest feud's probably with Mike Tenay. You know, I don't get it. And then Raven's feuding with Sabisco.
No, it fucking sucks, right? I've never watched it week to week, but see, watching it fucking sucks. It's just the same shit every week for Jarrett. And what did Rhino do as champ? Nothing.
Well, I had the belt about a week, mate.
Aye, but come on.
We then go to a non-tag team title match. Americans Most Wanted take on Sonny Siaki and Apollo and AMW win.
Oh, no surprise there.
They sprayed 3D on a table. They tried to put Sonny Siaki through it, but Dudley's made the save. And they say if anybody knows a thing about tables, it's the Dudleys. And Team 3D said they've talked to Larry Sabisco and they've got a tables match with AMW at Turning Point. Didn't necessarily state that it was for the tag team titles, but I'd like to think it is.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, then that's pish.
What?
But at the same time,
rather it be a tables match for the belt.
At the same time, I could see them wanting the Dudleys to win.
But not take the belts
So
off.
but I mean, come on. If this is not
Come on, man.
If it's not for the belts, then what's the
Dudleys need the Dudleys should have the belts. Fuck's sake. The whole crew's got all the belts. Why can't the Dudleys win?
Yeah. Up next, we had Shane Douglas and Free Live Crew backstage.
I tell you what, they're probably the only guys that are worse than Jeff Jarrett.
I'd say so.
This whole bitching over Billy Gunn. If you don't like it, Conan, leave.
But my name's Conan.
No.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
See if he doesn't trust Billy Gunn, then just leave Free Live Crew, right? And see if R-Truth and Conan go. See if they hate Billy Gunn that much and Road Dogg keeps vouching for him, then just kick Road Dogg out and get somebody else you can trust.
Get in a new third wheel.
And also, I don't understand why they don't trust Billy Gunn. He's helped them for like the past 2 months.
No, I get that. Although, this, to be fair, this didn't really seem to be about Billy Gunn. It seemed to be more about BJ James. In fact, he's got a big announcement, but he can't tell.
Yeah, but they're keep like, oh, but you said that about Billy. Just kidding, Voodoo Ken Mafia.
Now, they said that now BJ James said he's making a change to Free Live Crew, but he couldn't tell them what it was. I mean,
so secret there, man. Oh.
Who gives this guy the fucking power to decide what happens?
I don't know. The gavel corrupts for BG James.
It sure does. Match number 3, I believe we're on now. Rhino versus Abyss with Fowler, James Mitchell. Decent match. Sabu showed up with a steel chair wrapped in barbed wire. This freaked out Abyss. We get it. Abyss doesn't like barbed wire.
Gore.
Rhino hits the gore.
I tell you what, right? See, like Sabu, Abyss, Rhino, they always put on a good match.
They do.
And I'm not just singling out these three because they're here, but these sort of guys in TNA always delivered.
And I'm not saying they put on 5-star classics with great technical wrestling, but
so's Monty Brown for me.
I like
the mid card in TNA was great.
I don't need technical fucking matches, right? Because see, when you do get one, you appreciate it more.
Yep.
See, nowadays in wrestling, it's like every match has to be a technical. Sometimes I like the difference of styles. I like Abyss working a big man style and Rhino working his power and Sabu just working his like innovative moveset. And see, you got see with TNA, a lot of people work different styles.
Yep.
Whereas seeing a watch wrestling is so fucking generic, man.
You're like Chad Gable and Gunther have the same
it's the same style. You've different massive like
2 foot height,
but it's the same fucking style of wrestling.
Yep.
It's insane. Whereas I mean, you look at Rhino, Abyss, Jeff Hardy, Monty Brown, Raven, Team Free. They've all different styles.
Although we haven't really seen Raven work.
Well, we haven't.
I know he can.
Although he did beat that great legend at the pay-per-view.
PJ
Palaco. That's the one. PJ Palaco. What do you make of his working?
He's a great wee worker. I think it's incredible.
Backstage, we got Shane Douglas, Larry Sabisco, and Jeff Jarrett.
Another awful promo.
Yeah, Larry Sabisco says.
What about Raven? What about everyone else? FB? What about Ron the Truth? Monty Brown? Well, you fucking right? Didn't he? Why didn't he go? All right then.
I know I don't like about TNA. This whole Larry
Sabisco's a rock.
And the whole title committee. It's like,
who are they?
Can't we actually have someone fucking earn a shot? Wouldn't that be a good idea? I mean, imagine a number one contenders match or something like that. Why the fuck is Larry Sabisco and a bunch of other people that we do not know behind the door constantly deciding who's going to be the next challenger?
I don't know, and it sucks. It really does.
I mean, Jeff Jarrett asked about Raven, Monty Brown, and Christian Cage. Fuck it, throw four of them together, fatal four-way, boom.
Boom, sort it. But we don't get that. We just get Jeff Jarrett bitching.
Yeah, but we don't get that. Jeff Jarrett said he was getting sick of Larry Sabisco. And Gail Kim told Larry that he is on thin ice. Then we move to the main event. It's going to be a promo for Captain Charisma. Comes out, basically reiterated what he said at Genesis, that he did have offers and that he could have stayed in the WWE, but he wanted to come to TNA. And basically he says that the NWA World title is the most prestigious title in the world. And if anyone has a problem with him saying that, he doesn't care, and he is here to win it. He wants that belt. I mean, what's your thoughts on him claiming the NWA World title is the most prestigious belt in the world? I mean, I'll not disagree that, a lot of important people have held it, but for me, the most important belt in wrestling will always be WWE's world title, or WWE's whatever they consider to be their main title. That will always be the main title in wrestling.
Yep, I totally agree with that. I mean, this one is older, I believe, but I mean, even Ric Flair himself said no one cared about this belt.
Yes, I mean,
but my problem here is
but look at all the people that held this.
Yeah,
who was more over, or who was a bigger deal? The guys that held this, or Hulk Hogan?
The Hulkster.
So, I mean,
my problem is Christian's attire. Brown, anime shirt and, Bob the Builder boots.
If there's any consolation, Monty Brown came out and buried Christian for his look. And you know what? Do you not think Monty Brown kind of has a bit of a rock look about him?
Aye.
I would say Sonny Siaki looks like The Rock, but Monty Brown dresses like The Rock.
Yep. No, he does, but...
And even the shoulder shakes and just his movements, he does kind of a...
mannerisms.
He does kind of like a Rocky vibe to him. And I mean, Monty Brown comes out, he's got the nice trousers on, the nice shoes on, the nice shirt on. And I don't know if he's doing that to try and play up the fact, well, look at me, then look at Christian. But he does look important. He does look like someone who's got money. And let's be honest, he works for TNA, so he's probably got fucking no money. But, he looks like someone that is being paid a high contract. He looks like someone that is...
No, he's a guy that just should have... He should be in the title picture. Jeff Jarrett is... Come on.
We're talking about people that should have held the title in TNA. I think Monty Brown was one of them.
So he never held it?
I don't believe he did.
That's a joke.
Now, maybe he did, but...
I don't think he did.
I don't think he'd... And if he did, I think he would have been a transitional champion, because...
Perfect Jarrett.
Everyone was a transitional champion. Woo!
Jeff.
Monty Brown says he's going to make Christian feel the pounds. Christian then cut Monty Brown off and says that Monty was afraid of losing his spot and that he should be. Christian Cage told Monty Brown to go find somebody else to pound. Period. We then got a Monty's gay chant for the crowd.
Monty's gay, because he likes to pounce on men.
And, just... they're chanting but they're chanting like Monty's gay, and they're, kind of using it as an insult, whereas this just wouldn't work in 2023.
Nope. Never.
I mean, half the crowd have their LGBT flags wrapped around their shoulders, so, I mean... But, a different time, I guess. Back when you could, maybe make gay jokes, unlike Cena in 2011, when he tried to make a gay joke and he found out, oh, we can't do that shit no more.
We can't do that shit, hermano. But for me, this segment was alright. But like we said, it's just Christian cutting the same promos he did at the pay-per-view. And then Monty Brown. It ends with these two going to be in a feud again.
Oh, well, before we talk more about this, I think it's actually kind of funny that Cena got buried for that promo. Yeah, it was probably one of the last great promos in wrestling.
Yeah.
The way he just came out and buried the Rock and actually made it
back.
insults and
Played a furry with
and was like relatively edgy. I don't think he went over the top at all, like, but obviously WWE did.
Yeah, I don't get it, guys. But for me, this was alright. But I mean, I think these guys deserve a bit better. Christian, what the fuck is he wearing? Come on.
Then they get into a brawl.
Why would Triple H come out looking like this?
No.
Christian
Triple H doesn't even look like this on Tuesdays.
No, but Christian, right, doesn't have the greatest physique. It was, but come on.
Yeah.
Pull something out, Christian.
I think
your fucking debut on the TV show and you come out like this. Like this.
I think Monty Brown. I think if you switch the attires around, it doesn't look as bad on Monty Brown. Because, like you said, he's just more physical and jacked.
Christian looked like he owned the comic book store here. I say owned. He was probably employed.
It looks like he's about to come in and relieve Daniel Bryan of his shift at Blockbusters.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm coming in for the 4 p.m. start. Hey, Daniel.
Don't forget your keys, Daniel.
You did the afternoon shift there, Daniel. Daniel. Anyway, yeah, we see Monty Brown hit Christian Cage with the pounce, and that was the end of the show. So, I mean, a decent ending, I guess, of Rhino Abyss was decent. Other than that, though, not a lot to write home about, if we're being completely honest. Yeah. No, 3 matches. Rhino Abyss I did like, but the other 2 I thought were a bit needless. Not a lot happened. And then, I mean, the ending promo I thought was pretty good, but yeah, overall, I wouldn't say it was a great impact. I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
I'll give it a 4 too. It was very bland. The gate TNA needs to. I mean, it's the show after Genesis, man. Like, and I don't get it. You've got you're taping weeks here in the one night. Fucking use people. Just jobbers everywhere.
I think since Bound for Glory, it's killed him.
Yeah.
Is there any
Nash's legs?
Are they taking it easy or something? Are they on a budget's cut from since Bound for Glory? Are they like trying to hold back? I don't understand, guys. But 4 out of 10 for us. Let us know your thoughts down below. We'll catch you in the next one. And of course, until then, peace. 3 becomes 4. Give us a gore. We want more. But not the Jeff Jarrett Reign of Terror. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. The free live crew has expanded. They have a new member. Rhino is trying to get us to feel sorry for him. He's going to hit a gore on Jeff Jarrett. And hopefully that means the title reign, the Reign of Terror, will be no more. The Triple H wannabe will be done. We are here to review TNA for the 15th of
No, it's,
November.
it's the 26th of November, taped on the 15th, because TNA taped.
And I noticed this, it's the same fucking people in the front row, and it's the same crowd signs. I've seen somebody in the front row for about 6 weeks straight now with a sign saying Jeff Jarrett is the Queen of the Mountain.
Yeah. And
Now, it's either this guy, maybe they've taped 6 shows in a row, or maybe this guy just keeps coming because he's, I don't know, a loser and got nothing better to do.
could be that, but
Or maybe he lives in Impact, so maybe he pays rent.
the Impact Zone, Orlando, Florida.
I don't know, but this guy's in the front row all the time. But you know what? He's probably still more over than Bobby Fish, so don't know why I decided to bury Bobby Fish out of
Sign guy Orlando.
Let's be honest, right? Bobby Fish, you could insert 99% of people from today's wrestling into there.
Yeah, of course you
I
could.
decided to bury Bobby Fish, but they're all worth being buried.
Bobby.
Opening match, we get Monty Brown squashing Hellfist in 25 seconds. Not gonna lie, this squash match lasted it was that short that I didn't even see it. Fucking by the time I sat down to watch it, it was over. So like, I mean,
Monty Brown sniffed a line quicker than you fucking sat down.
Do you remember seeing this?
Yeah, I do. He pounced him at the arena.
Nah, by the time my eyes adjusted to the TV screen, I thought the show opened with BJ James coming in.
No.
That match must have been quick. 25 seconds? Sure it's not 2.5?
Nah, pretty.
Meltzer, get your time stopwatch out. Come on.
I remember watching it.
Get the stopwatch out, Meltzer. That's... Do you know he does that, by the way?
Every match.
Aye. Someone said a match lasted like 24 minutes and 57 seconds, and they corrected them. No, it was 24 minutes and 54 seconds. You're like, come on, fuck yeah, come on, Meltzer.
Come on.
Why the fuck would the time limit? See, unless it's like an Iron Man match, or you have to beat someone a certain amount of time. Why would the time even be relevant?
Yeah, it's
But
not.
the guy's he's clearly got like OCD, or clearly got some sort of that syndrome where he has to correct
He's
people.
got autism. He's got fucking autism. That's it.
Because like you wouldn't. Why would you need to correct someone over 2 seconds? It means nothing.
Yeah, you don't. But anyway, this match was alright. I like Monty Brown squashing people, so it
You're
ticked it.
going down. Oh, that's Marcus Corfone's theme. What's his? I like his theme in TNA as well. It's alright
It's alright,
for a
but
low budget theme.
I'll tell you what's not alright. BG James, Conan run through Killings and Kip James.
He's my brother. You're my brothers. Let's all be brothers, brother. I thought
it.
Hulk Hogan was going to come in and make it
Brother.
5 Live crew. Yeah, so Road Dogg says basically, look, I've never done anything wrong. I've always had your guys' back. Now you need to have my back and allow my brother into this, this faction here, this stable that we've got. You guys are my family, but he's my family too. Road Dogg just basically, no, Road Dogg, our truth is like, yeah, okay, why not? I don't
I'm
care.
down for it.
And then Conan, after showing weeks and weeks and weeks of, resentment towards Kip James, he's like, sure, okay, a brother of yours is a brother of mine. And 3 Live Crew becomes 4 Live Crew, but 4 Live Crew just doesn't sound as good.
It doesn't, right? But what's the problem here?
And it's probably going to last less than 4 weeks.
Why has this went on for 6 weeks, though? When this is all it took to defuse it? Conan wants to cut his head off, then 3 seconds, hey, hermano, you made tackles with me, homeboy.
Why didn't Road Dogg just say 6 weeks ago, here, look, he's my brother, so therefore he should be your brother too?
No, but I'm pretty sure he has said stuff like this similar. I trust him, why can't you trust me?
He has, but all of a sudden, Conan's now caring.
It was an alright wee segment, but again, I feel like we've seen it already. Oh, thank you, TNA,
For TNA management.
for giving us this hour of need. Aye, fuck off. Right,
Up next, we need AJ Styles versus Chris Sabin non-title match, X Division match. Samoa Joe came out with his bloody towel to watch the match from the top of the ramp. I mean, it's pretty good. AJ couldn't lock in the Styles clash, and Chris Sabin kept going down to one knee. I thought he was going to do a gay Billy and Chuck and try and propose, but nah, he was just trying to prevent AJ from doing the move. Then he went for a back body drop, but AJ used his legs to like springboard off the top rope and come back and transition into the Styles clash, which I thought was a pretty good way to end the match.
it was, I liked it. AJ Styles is the man.
And then we see Samoa Joe just standing on top of the ramp, and is he going to do anything? Is he going to come down? Is he going to speak? No, he just turns his back and walks off.
Is he going to order a Big Mac? Yes.
Yeah, I must have smelt the Burger King coming from behind the stage.
Maybe Raven delivered it, because Raven up next was in the back of an SUV. And
Yeah.
Larry Sabisco confronts him and he's like, Raven, I don't know if it's that girl you've been seeing, Raven, but
What about me? What about Raven?
I don't get this. So he gives him a form to sign and it means
Is it
he's
release
released.
form?
Why the fuck does Raven have to sign this? Why can't Labisco or the higher-ups be like, right, we just want rid of him?
Because he's got a contract. He has to release himself, but Raven just grabs the pen and throws it away. Then Raven calls Larry Sabisco an insignificant little toad and said he has had a misguided sense of importance.
What a load of shite.
Larry Sabisco is trying to book Raven in a House of Fun match, but Raven's window starts going up and Raven tells the imbecile in the front seat to drive. So basically, Raven came to the arena tonight just to take Larry Sabisco's pen and throw it away and hurl a few insults at him.
Yeah, like,
Raven's got away with words.
who's driving?
Oh, fuck no.
Who's he taking on next week? And like,
Raven's flock.
it's just a weird situation.
House of Fun match though next week. Will it be fun? We'll have to tune in to find out. Up next, we had an interview with Shane Douglas and Christian Cage. Christian Cage talked about Monty Brown and the Pounce, but he says don't put a period on the end yet because this story ain't over. Then he went into a little bit of a grammar lesson, and I don't know, it just wasn't really what I needed to hear.
I wasn't really digging Christian in
But
this
he was
promo.
talking about commas and other shite, like
He talks about the fact that he knocked on Big Sabisco's door and he's got a wee match against Monty Brown at Turning Point.
Turning Point, so he's going to get him at Turning Point. Gail Kim then comes in and says Christian made a good choice of joining TNA just like she did, but says she made a bad choice by turning down Jeff Jarrett and AMW and Team Canada. But before Christian can really
React.
America's Most Wanted just show up and they kind of bury Christian a little bit more and say that they're going payback's a bitch and that they're going to get payback on Christian Cage and he has no chance of getting himself anywhere near the NWA title. So yeah, we didn't get to hear Christian say anything, but who knows?
I think TNA's just got a problem with showcasing jobbers than their actual fucking talent. Like, where's the Dudleys tonight?
Where is the fucking Dudleys? Give us the Dudleys.
Like, they're all taped on the same night. What? They're all there.
Yeah, you can. It's like if the Dudleys miss the taping, then you can accept it. But unless the Dudleys say, "Right, we're showing up for 2 hours."
If you miss the taping, you're missing fucking 4 hours or 4 weeks.
That's what I mean. Like, see when you're taping 4 shows. See if someone can't show up. That just screws.
It's game over.
Yeah, it's game over. Just unless they were willing to do Skype.
Via Skype. Who knows, but
could have stole the Rock's gimmick before it was even a thing. Then we got a video package featuring Rhino. He's talking about growing up with no dad. His dad passed away when he was young. He said his mum had to work. I mean, welcome to life, Rhino. I mean, a lot of us have to work. Come on, man.
Welcome to the American dream, Rhino.
He says that when he grew up, wrestling wasn't a picnic, and that he had to like wrestle in some like dirty small buildings. I mean, that's what happens when you wrestle for ECW. And I mean that was basically it. And then he just stood there. I mean, well, not stood. He was sitting on the steps, just looking really fucking depressed, looking a bit like a homeless man.
I guess from Philadelphia. Eh?
From the big Philly. Anyway, Rhino, he's getting his rematch against Jeff Jarrett. Will he win? We don't know. Speaking of Jeff Jarrett...
Whoa! Jeff Hardy taking on a Biz. Haven't you talked about that match?
Oh, aye, Jeff Hardy taking on a Biz with Fowler James Mitchell. So, yeah, you get your Jeff Hardy match where he comes out looking absolutely drugged out his head. Biz is hitting all the big moves. A Biz is about to hit Jeff with a chair. Lights go out. Sabu comes down with his own chair. It's got the barbed wire around it. Then Jeff Hardy takes the chair off a Biz, hits a Biz. Then the referee pulls the chair away from Jeff Hardy, which makes no sense. If the chair's legal, then Jeff can use it. And if the chair's not legal, then it probably should have been a DQ. So I'm not quite sure what happened here. Jeff hits the twist of fate. Jeff Hardy gets the win. And a Biz loses heading into his barbed wire massacre match with Sabu.
Yeah, a Biz gets jobbed out here for me. The referee's a joke.
The referee.
Where's VAR? Indecisive rounds.
Wasn't the greatest match, but a Biz is a workhorse, man. Every week this guy's
putting on like 10-minute matches. TNA
is probably paying him what $10 a match, so he has to be like, right, I want booked in as many matches as possible.
Right, up next we've got Jeff Jarrett against Kip James. He says, I've got 4 words for you. What did he say?
I'm Kip James, bitch.
Is that it? Is that my whack? Is that why I stay tuned tonight?
It's not great, is it? Like
the badass Billy Gunn. I mean, how much better does that sound?
The badass Billy Gunn. I'm Kip James, bitch. Does nothing for me. Anyway, look, Jeff Jarrett versus Kip James. Match wasn't the greatest, but we have Gail Kim out ringside. Then Jackie Gayda, formerly known as Jackie Gayda in WWE, comes down to the ring, or Miss Jackie, or Jackie, whatever she was called.
I'm sorry, but the commentary team are trying to make this out as if it's like The Rock.
Yeah.
Has arrived in the Impact Zone.
It wasn't that great, to be fair. She's coming out with her arms swinging. It's such that she's walking down like McMahon or something. Trying to put on a McMahon walk, and she's just not worthy of it. Then she gets in a bit of a brawl with Gail Kim. Jeff Jarrett says, look, nothing happened here. Go away. And then he pushes her. She slaps him. Then she jumps on Gail Kim. There's a bit of a brawl. Inside the ring, we've got Kip James. He hits his Faymaster on Jeff Jarrett. Don West says, oh, what a spot. Or, oh, he hit him hard. And he didn't even mention the fact this is his finisher. Jeff Jarrett manages to kick out. Bobby Roode then gets a Canadian hockey stick and smashes Kip James on the back. And then this allows Jarrett to hit the stroke. And I think everybody watching had a stroke because we had to watch Jarrett win another match.
What's the problem with Billy Gunn winning after this, all these distractions?
Because Jarrett's the world champ.
Yeah, but
and Kip James is like fucking not won a match in over a year or whatever. I mean, come on.
But how about book him strong? If Billy Gunn can't contend for this fucking title, what chance do they ever have in '99? But my name's Billy.
Well, he's not contending. That's the whole point, Rhino is.
He should be but he should be up thereabouts.
Aye, dead on. Anyway, then there was a whole load of shite happening. BJ James came out, Conan came out, R-Truth came out, Team Canada came out. Team Canada was beating down the 4 Live crew in the ring. I think America's Most Wanted was in there. We didn't get Team 3D. We didn't get Christian. We didn't get any of that. All we got was Jeff Jarrett just leaving and walking to the back. And
I'm sorry.
Mike Tenay says, tune in next week. And that was it. That was our whack.
It just feels like WCW where they just end the show with like 20 people brawling and you don't know who half them are.
Well, I know who they all were, like, but I mean, come on.
It just sucks. For me, this is TNA's fucking Uno reverse card.
Come on, TNA, what you doing?
What you doing, buddies? I'm going to give this show a 2.
A 2?
Yeah, I thought it was fucking shite.
I think a 2 is a wee bit harsh.
You're entitled to give it what you want, but I thought it was fucking pants.
I'm going to get a 4.
A 4?
I mean, some good... Some okay promos, some okay matches. Look, it wasn't fantastic, but give me it over Raw.
Yeah, Raw got a 0, so yeah, technically I'm not wrong. Right? It's a 3 though, but I need someone to take that belt off Jarrett.
Anybody.
Fucking Kurt Angle, come in.
Fucking Shark Boy, that's
Give
right.
him your wife for the belt, Kurt. It's worth it, damn it, come on.
Anyway, that's it, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace. It's been a few weeks since Bound for Glory, but since then, TNA Impact's been bound for the bin. Can it bounce back tonight, or are we going to get another poor episode of TNA? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. This is TNA, the 12th of November, 2005. However, it was taped on October 26, 2005. So we are, almost 3 weeks out of date here. 3 whole weeks, damn it.
You know what annoys me about this? So you've got certain stars on every week, but yet they tape it on the same day.
Well, maybe they don't get paid enough to do multiple segments and multiple matches in the one taping. I don't know. But we kicked off with Monty Brown in the ring. He wants a shot. He says he's the most dominant male in the business. He demands a shot at the NWA World title, but might not get one because Abiz comes out with Fowler Mitchell. Fowler Mitchell says Abiz is the one man who's more deserving of a title shot. But Monty Brown doesn't care about Abiz. He wants Jeff Jarrett to feel the pounce, period. Looks like Abiz and Monty Brown could come to blows. They're like shaking fists at each other. We get an awkward 10-second wait, and then Matt Hardy's music plays. Matt Hardy, looking drugged out, comes out.
Oh, you must be drugged out, mate, because it's Jeff Hardy. Darkness to the top. It's not Matt, it's Jeff.
Jeff, they're both drug addicts at the end of the day. It could have been either one of them, right? But Jeff Hardy comes...
I'm not even sure Jeff's supposed to come out here.
Jeff Hardy comes out, gets in the ring. They both just attack him for whatever reason. Then they start beating up each other. Jeff hits a missile drop kick on both guys. Then security come to separate all three. And you know what this led to? This led to absolutely nothing. So I've got to ask, what was the fucking point?
Yeah, again. I just, like, you know what? Monty Brown's got passion in his promos, but I think he is just a bit of a drughead. No one can convince me he's not snorting a line before he comes out, talking about the evergreens and, like, what pills are you on? James Mitchell says. Come on, buddy. What bit you in the Everglades?
We move on. Yeah, we'll move on. Well, yeah, we move on. X Division match. Samoa Joe, he doesn't pop pills, he just pops hamburgers, so good for him. He takes on Austin Aries. Daniels does some commentary. They talk about this 8-man X Division elimination tag match that's going to happen at Genesis. Daniel says that Samoa Joe's not the leader of their team because the leader needs to be someone with experience, and that is obviously him, the Dark Angel,
contest,
Christopher Daniels. Not AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, wins the match, so Samoa Joe wins. He beats Austin Aries. Who cares? Not me. Then he looks at Chris Daniels and he's like, I'm the leader, buddy.
I'm going to eat you, boy.
Then go backstage. We have Shane Douglas, Scott D'Amore, and Larry Zbyszko. It looks like Scott D'Amore has asked for this time. Scott D'Amore suggests that they put 4 hockey sticks up on the poles for Team Canada versus Free LK, Free Live Crew. I guess Scott D'Amore has forgot that we wrestle in a 6-sided ring here at TNA. So therefore, you would need 6 hockey sticks and not 4.
Yeah.
But can TNA afford 6 hockey sticks?
I'm pretty sure they just went with 4.
They went with 6.
Did they go with 6?
Aye.
There you go.
So, the more is adamant they should do this. Labisco's not sure. And then Damore says, well, if you do this match, I know the buy rates will rocket.
Fuck off, Damore.
Damore says, if you put hockey sticks up on a pole, the buy rates will rocket. Now, Sabisco at the start didn't want this because he said, that sounds violent. People could get hurt. This is a wrestling business. I don't want to kill anybody. But when he learns about the buy rates, he's like, are you sure? And Scott Damore's like, I'm absolutely sure. So Sabisco agrees to the match because he thinks that 1 million people now are going to go out and buy TNA Genesis, which I don't think is going to happen.
I think Sabisco needs to go. I'm not saying he's doing a bad job, but...
What do you think could happen here? More buy rates or more hockey sticks on a pole? What will feature? What will be? What number will be higher come Sunday night?
Due to this,
Will they get 6?
no. Who gives a fuck?
Do you think? Serious question. Do you think there was one extra buy rate for this pay-per-view based on the fact there was going to be hockey sticks involved?
No.
Well, there you go.
The only people that would are like NHL fans, and even then,
Would they really though?
yeah, but like
No, it's different if you're going to get Greg. Who's that famous Canadian? Greg Nowinski or something?
aye, something like that. Aye,
Hi, him. Chris Jericho's dad. I don't fucking know, but I just don't think that.
Jericho.
I don't know. Eddie Irvine. I just don't think that having a couple of hockey sticks is going to get people to tune in the mass numbers. Like,
No, like
I mean, you could have a match in TNA or WWE and say, "Oh, there's going to be a bunch of footballs surrounding the ring." And we love football, but we're not going to be like, right, well, I need to buy that now. I mean, that's a must-watch.
yeah, it's not a mad stipulation. It's just literally here. They're going to use these weapons to bring it down. I can think of way madder, like Judy Bagwell on a forklift.
Yeah, that's at least...
That's a selling
You don't
point.
want to see that. Anyway, Larry Sabisco also adds Kip James as the special guest referee, which Scott Damore's not happy about. But maybe he'll be happy on the night of the pay-per-view because Kip James comes out looking like a big transvestite, so I mean, that might cheer him up a wee bit.
luggage boy.
Next match, we've got Kip James versus Lex Lovett. I mean, what can you really say about Lex Lovett?
I didn't love it, so Billy Gunn wins.
After the match, Team Canada and Free Live Crew get in a brawl, and Kip James and Conan still aren't speaking for whatever reason. Conan doesn't trust Kip James. We then got the challenge match. It was Petey Williams versus AJ Styles. These guys will meet tomorrow night, but they're going to meet tonight as well because why not, really? Whoever hits their finisher will win the match. Styles tries to go for the Styles Clash. Petey Williams is grabbing onto the ropes. He's grabbing onto the ref. He's grabbing onto everything he can. Scott Damore comes in when the ref's down and tries to attack Styles. He does attack him, but Styles is like, nah, not today. I'm not selling for you, fat man. Hits a Pele kick and then goes for the Styles Clash, but Petey Williams hits AJ Styles with the belt, and then he hits the Canadian Destroyer, and he wins the match by default because whoever hits their finisher wins the match.
I actually kind of like this stipulation because I don't think if you lose, you don't really look weak. You know what I mean? Even though the Canadian Destroyer is, supposed to destroy people, and if you look at current day wrestling, Orange Cassidy just butchered this move, man. But I like this. I actually like this.
Fuck Orange Cat. I like it as well because you're not really losing. You're not getting beat 1, 2, 3. And you're not tapping out. You're simply having the other person's finisher hit on you.
It's probably the perfect way to have a match just before your actual match at the pay-per-view.
I agree. I still don't really like the fact that they're doing this, but whatever. Then we get an interview with Shane Douglas, Larry Sabisco, and Raven. Raven confronts Sabisco about mistreating him. He points out Sabisco can't fire him. Sabisco says that he's basically going to make Raven's life hell unless Raven signs his contract and leaves. He doesn't do it. Raven drops the papers, he attacks Sabisco, security gets in, pulls Raven apart, and it looks like Sabisco now I guess this is like the Austin McMahon feud, but way worse, buddy.
Hey Raven, is there a girl in your head? See, next time that fucking line gets used, man.
Can we actually see this girl that's in Raven's head?
This has been going on for about 2 months. Nothing's happened. Like, who is it?
Plot twist, he's gay. Raven and Billy Gunn are dating.
I'm an ass man.
Anyway, we move into the main event. Jeff Jarrett and America's Most Wanted with Gail Kim versus Jeff Hardy, Lance Hoyt, and Chris Sabin. I don't understand what Gail Kim's even doing here. Like, a little bit of clarity would be good. She just literally debuted about 4 months ago and started hanging around with Jeff. Is she dating Jeff Jarrett? Is that the thing they're going with here?
I have no idea. Yeah, she doesn't need to be in the group. I mean, at least Scott D'Amore's the manager of, like, you know, Team Canada.
I know, I don't mind her being in the group. She's Canadian. Although it's not really America's... It's America's Most Wanted. Wouldn't she make more sense to be in Team Canada, like?
Yeah, well, that's my point.
No, but I just don't understand why she's with Jeff Jarrett. They haven't really...
Maybe we missed that.
No, we didn't miss it. They haven't said anything.
Yeah, but like you said, she debuted 4 months ago. Maybe she joined it before we started watching on the 1st of October.
She didn't debut 4 months ago. She debuted 4 weeks ago.
You said 4 months. That confused me.
No, she debuted it. We were watching it when she debuted it. So I just don't get it. Because Jeff Jarrett is basically a line...
Kurt's not brought Carrot and Angle over yet, so that's why she's with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, but my point is, Jeff Jarrett aligned himself with America's Most Wanted, and he said why.
And it was in some garage.
Aye, well, what's he done? Why has he aligned himself with Gail Kim? It just doesn't fucking make sense.
Was Gail Kim not with America's Most Wanted, though?
Yes, in the future. She just debuted it. Get that part into your head. Listen, in 2006, she's with the... Yeah, she's their Falia manager or whatever. But she just debuted it.
I don't know, then. Right?
That's like someone
I like to give my factions the benefit of the doubt, Clay.
Well, at the end of the day, she's debuted it and just started hanging around with him for no... What? Shouldn't Jeff Jarrett have been like, here, Gail Kim's in TNA now and she's with me, or something?
Give us something, Uncle Jeff. But he didn't. Who knows what's going on?
This would be like...
Right, see as long as I'd love to debate this, there's bigger problems with TNA at the minute than why is she managing him.
Now, what's the bigger problems then?
The fucking... I don't know.
I'll tell you what a big problem for me is. Jeff Jarrett had to hit a stroke off the top rope to beat Chris Sabin. Shouldn't a normal stroke have been enough, like?
Right, my problems, right?
I almost had a stroke when I seen that move.
My problems is the Raven feud. Raven's an actual star, and we're not getting him. We're getting them in these backstage segments, getting escorted away, right? 2, the show ends 99% of the time.
Wait, right enough though, we've actually been watching this for nearly 2 months now, and anytime you see Raven, it's basically the same shit. Security pulls him away.
Yeah, right. So the show ends 99% of the time with a tease of a brawl, or the brawl beginning, and then it just fades into black. 3, the commentary's fucking horrendous at times. Right, and 4, it's happening at Genesis, but PJ Polacco, that's just incredible. I'm not fucking accepting that.
Who the fuck is PJ Polacco?
Is he in his PJs? Polacco, he's in his PJs.
So, Jeff Jarrett hits the stroke, they win. They then handcuff someone to the ring. I don't know why. Lance Hoyt, I think it was, or Chris Sabin. Who cares? Doesn't really matter. Why they want to beat up Lance Hoyt or Chris Sabin, I'm not too sure. What beef do they have with those two guys? I don't know. But they handcuff them. Then they've got Jeff Hardy. It looks like they're going to do something to Jeff, but Rhino appears. Mike Tenay's like, could it be? Well, his music's fucking playing, so I think there's a good chance that it could be.
Who else is it? Come on, man.
Rhino comes down with a chair. Jeff Jarrett, America's Most Wanted, and Gail Kim don't want any piece of Rhino, so they start heading up the other side of the ramp, the heel ramp. But they don't know the Dudley boys are going to actually get one up on them here. They come out the heel ramp, so all of a sudden they're kind of like sandwiched in. We then get a brawl. A brawl bursts out for like 4 seconds. And Tenay's like, could it be? I don't believe it, it's the Dudleys. And then the show just ends randomly for Genesis.
Make sure you tune in to Genesis. Half an hour free.
I'm not saying a brawl can't end the show, like, but not every fucking week.
No. I just, you know, it seems like every week now it's like a brawl, but we're not actually getting a brawl. You know what I mean? I just don't understand what the fuck they're doing with this. It's went so far backwards since the first week. It's unbelievable.
I think you should end it with like a face-off.
And
I think you should end it with a brawl when the heels retreat.
What was the point of Jeff coming out at the start of this show?
I don't know.
What was the point of the whole segment?
Yeah, what was Monty Brown? Monty Brown and Abyss didn't feature again.
And like Rhino's just lost the belt and he comes out waving a chair about like a fucking mom.
Well, he's hardly going to wave the title, but he's not got it.
Yeah, I know, but Could it be? I mean, it's his fucking music.
I just don't get it. It's like
Rhino's in the ring, right? He's waving the steel chair and his theme's blasting. Mike Tenay's looking directly at him, and he asks, "Could it be?" I mean, who else is it? You fucking donut.
Mike today's probably expecting a real fucking Rhino to appear for the jungle. I mean, what the hell is this?
Tipped out of Don West's fucking
Brown paper bag. You buy a brown paper bag, you get 5 rhinos for the price of 4, buddy. Anyway, that's it. TNA. It might be the worst TNA, I think.
I'm giving it a 2.
Ooh.
Did nothing for me.
Yeah, I know. Normally,
You get the Dudleys, right, for about 5 seconds. Coming at the wrong ramp. Coming at the end of the fucking bread, the heel ramp, and that's what we get.
yeah, no, I think I'll agree with it too. I mean, outside of the whole challenge match thing, I thought it was poor.
Quote the fog, nevermore.
Yeah, quote the fog, nevermore, guys. That's the end of this review. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, though, peace to a 10. It was the first ever TNA Primetime Special, a 2-hour edition of TNA Impact. But in all honesty, it wasn't that special. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. TNA is going down the toilet. Started reviewing it from the first edition of Impact, and it started off strong. I feel like the first 3 shows were good. First 3 shows, in fact, were very good. However, even the 4th show was good. But since Bound for Glory, I'm just not feeling it.
No, I'm not feeling it either. And you know what? It's a 2-hour show, man. Showcase something.
And I felt a lot of what we got was just stuff that we'd seen in previous weeks. Now, we did get to see the debut. Well, not the debut, but we got to see the Dudley Boys, I guess, back in action.
The in-ring debut.
The in-ring debut of the Dudley Boys. And it just, I mean, they're taking on Team Canada. I think we all know what's going to happen. And then Free Live Crew get involved. And I just don't think that was necessary. I mean, it's the Dudleys. Wait, there's just too much shit going on with the Dudleys. See if the Dudleys are battling Team Canada. I just want the Dudleys to battle Team Canada.
Why can't they win and that's it?
I don't want Free Live Crew coming out and just diluting the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, I just don't understand though why Team 3D can't win this match without any. I mean, it's not like they're taking on America's Most Wanted. They're taking on the jobber squad of this entire faction. Team Canada, come on, man.
It's just, I don't know, it's hard to embrace that Bound for Glory is the biggest show TNA has, yet the 2 impacts since Bound for Glory have been so lackluster. Anyway, I feel like they've done a good job in the build-up to Bound for Glory, but not so much the aftermath of Bound for Glory. We kick off 6-man tag match, Sabu, Jeff Hardy and Lance Hoyt versus Simon Diamond, Alex Skipper and David Young. Just
not the sort of match you want to tune in and watch, is it?
Just a fucking jobber match. I'd rather see Jeff Hardy versus Sabu.
Yeah, easily.
I mean, why are they throwing it? Simon Diamond, Alex Skipper and David Young. 3 guys that aren't relevant. Abyss comes out. He hits after the match, hits the Black Hole Slam on Sabu. Then Jeff Hardy and Lance Hoyt chase off Abyss and they do a double clothesline over the top rope. So I know this is building up to Sabu versus Abyss. I get that, but I don't know. Just this match didn't really do it for me. 6-man tag match to kick off the show. Then we got an interview with Shane Douglas and Jeff Jarrett with Monty Brown. Jeff Jarrett said TNA management hates him and he hates them. That's funny considering every time there's a title match you're involved in it, so they can't hate you fucking that much. Jeff Jarrett says tonight is his one and only rematch against Rhino and he will win the title back. He says that as if he's getting like jobbed out here. It's your one and only. Well, you should only get 1 rematch. What do you want? 10? You want a rematch until you win back the belt?
I don't understand this gimmick though. That like he's not like Raven, who's been banned from the arena.
Yeah, Raven. The TNA management must hate Raven.
Aye.
Raven can't even get in the building. Raven can't even compete to earn an opportunity in the 10-man battle royal.
Why can't he? Well, what is the actual reasoning? Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Whereas Jeff Jarrett's getting everything handed to him, yet he says TNA management hate him. I think it's the fans that hate him more, to be honest. Monty Brown shows up and he tells everyone that he deserves the next title match. So, will Monty Brown get the shot up next? We don't know, but he's taking on Brian Gamble, a former American Gladiator champion and roller jam athlete. Monty Brown squishes him basically in 2 minutes.
Like a bug.
Then we got an introduction video of the champion Rhino. So basically just a wee montage video here putting together some pieces of Rhino. nothing spectacular.
The War Machine.
Then we got a 6-man X Division tag. Does it really matter if it's an X Division tag or not? We'd already got a 6-man to open the show. I think 6-man tags are unique enough that there shouldn't be 2 on the same fucking show.
Yep, but that's the problem here. It's like 3/4 of the guys in the match are jobbers, so they're just there for the ride. That's essentially what's up.
It was Daniel, Shelley, and Joe versus AJ, Aries, and Dutt. I just feel like there's something better you could do here.
Yeah. Austin Aries, he's just a guy that vanished in the thin air, isn't he?
The guy was champ. He wasn't even relevant. The only time he was relevant is when he fucking shoved his crotch into Christy Hemme. Bit of a weird guy. Thinks he's the man, when in reality he's just
a bit of werewolf look to him. Wolverine on crack.
I just don't get this. Samoa Joe's supposed to be this next big thing, undefeated, and he's fucking teaming up with... And I don't really like that. See, if you're undefeated, you shouldn't be losing any matches. I don't think it's good enough to be in a tag match and be I didn't take the pin.
Alex Shelley.
I don't like that. No. So if Taker's in a tag match at Mania and doesn't take the pin, but his team loses, the streak's still intact.
I know, come on.
I'm not buying that. I know it's hard to keep someone unbeaten, and that'd be a good way of doing it, tag matches and shit, but for me, you're still losing.
Yeah, of course you are. So if you're not taking the pin... that's what we're going for. They're trying to make Samoa Joe is this, undefeatable guy, but come on. I just don't get this 6-man tag business. And Alex Shelley, Sonjay Dutt. But it's not even a case of this is a 2-hour edition, so these guys have been appearing on the 1-hour editions anyway.
The 1-hour edition?
Special edition, I didn't feel like it.
Styles hits the Styles Clash.
What it felt like? It felt like when you used to get Xbox games pre-owned and the DLC code's in the back, but someone's already redeemed it and it's no special anymore. It's pish.
Pretty good analogy. We have an interview with Shane Douglas and Rhino. Rhino is talking about his match tonight. Raven appears and Raven's like, how come I can't get a title shot? This is bullshit.
What about Raven?
What about me? What about Raven? Rhino is, all friendly with Raven. And then Larry Sabisco appears. He gets Raven kicked out by security. And when Raven's getting pulled away by security, then Rhino starts piping up and it's like, you suck, Raven. You're not better. You couldn't beat me anyway. And it's like...
This was heel 01 Austin.
Yeah, just...
When Taker was going to batter him, and then he got took away, and he's like, yeah, you big American badass.
I thought this made Rhino look a bit like a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going for with Rhino.
Bit strange.
Looks like a guy that's going to be losing the title tonight, I'll say that.
Then we get the in-ring debut of Team 3D, Brother Ray and Brother Devon taking on Team Canada, Eric Young and Bobby Roode with Scott D'Amore. Team 3D win. Team 3D hit the 3D on Eric Young. Free Live Crew got involved in the match because Canada got involved.
Oh, Canada.
Then we got the Ultimate X match. Petey Williams versus Matt Bentley versus Chris Sabin. This was a rematch from Bound for Glory, a match that didn't go to plan because obviously the X fell. Now, the reason for having this rematch was because, I guess, they felt like they needed to give us the match that we didn't get at Bound for Glory. But I didn't come away from this thinking, wow, this match was so much better.
No.
Now, the only difference I would say is, at least there wasn't the botch with the X. But as a match, did I think this one was better than the one at the pay-per-view? No, not really.
No. It
was the same.
It's kind of hard for them though to the same 3 guys.
Well, see, this is why I would have maybe not have done that 6-man tag division match, and I would have maybe just made this like a Fatal 5-way or something. Yeah,
but then they would be like, oh wow, these guys getting a shot. They weren't a part of it. Change the match, make a ladder match or something. Why did it need to be Ultimate X?
Well, it is winning Ultimate X, isn't it, for a shot at the X Division title? So
yeah, but I mean. The same
guy that wins this, so it's like, all right. Petey Williams is going to get a shot against AJ Styles at Genesis.
Fucking arena. It's not like they had to cart this away.
Yeah,
we're in the Impact Zone.
We go backstage. Team Canada have attacked Free Live Crew, so Free Live Crew get taken out. As you do. Then we get the NWA World Title match: Rhino versus Jeff Jarrett. You didn't like this. I thought it was a decent match.
No, I don't like. I think Team Canada and Jeff Jarrett are fucking... They are booked like Evolution.
Evolution is a mystery. No,
because they've just sparked out Free Live Crew. They literally hold all the belts hostage, and they're about to take one back, right? Team 3D sparked it.
I will get to that in a minute.
I will get to that in a minute, but come on.
Like, this is a decent wee match, right? Rhino and hitting pile drivers, belly to belly suplexes. Jeff Jarrett's hitting all his boring moves. So we get this. Then Gail Kim comes out. Then we get America's Most Wanted come out. There's a table as well. Gail Kim's trying to get involved. She causes a distraction. Rhino kicks out of some big moves. Rhino eventually hits a gore, but the referee was already taken out, so there was no 1, 2, 3. Rhino's going to whack Jarrett with a guitar, but America's Most Wanted, AWM, get in there to stop him. Then they put him through the table using their finisher, which I thought was pretty unique. Rather than just do like a boring move through a table, they actually did their finisher through a table, which I thought was decent.
No, it was a good spot through the table.
What's the finisher called again?
Something to do.
It's like a top rope leg drop thingy, or they.
Yeah.
Anyway, they done it through a table, which was pretty cool. Then they rolled him back in the ring, and Jeff Jarrett connected with the stroke, and he got the pinfall to become the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And I mean, he literally had this belt 2 weeks ago. And then when he wins the belt, we cut immediately backstage where we see Team 3D beaten up, bloodied up, and handcuffed to the rails. And this would, I guess, at least this played into the reason why Team 3D didn't come down and make the save.
It did. But again, it's like, why does Jeff Jarrett need to win this belt back straight away? Yeah, and I've no issue how Rhino lost it, because Rhino shouldn't be kicking out of a stroke and this big move through the table, like 4-on-1 beatdown. But it's just, this Jeff Jarrett reign of terror, man, needs to sort itself out.
I personally think this is retarded. They have Rhino come through a Monsters Ball match, a 10-man battle royal, and the main event with the odds stacked against him at Bound for Glory. Why does he come through all that just to lose in his next title defence?
Yeah.
A bit. The way Rhino won the belt, you'd think, fuck me, they're pushing Rhino big time here.
I just know what I think. I just think at Bound for Glory, Spike TV's just.
I think they wanted a face to win the belt.
Yeah, and I think
bit of a reaction.
I think the fact that Nash had to pull out, they went, right, we need to do something big here.
Is it really big though if they job out and just give the belt back to Jarrett though?
It's not, but I would rather this than Jarrett just win. Even though I've just explained why I think it's still stupid. I think you can't win either way.
I just doubt you would get Shawn Michaels winning the belt off Austin 2 weeks after WrestleMania 14.
No. I just don't get why. Like, you look at TNA during this period, and Jeff Jarrett can say what he wants, but he is holding a lot of people back here. There's so many people on this roster that should be holding this belt. I mean, we can talk about Bubba Ray. Is this not the perfect time for Bubba Ray to get a main title run?
Not really. Dudley's have just come in as a tag team. Plus, Bubba Ray's in the worst shape of his fucking career here.
Right.
If not the worst shape, pretty close to the worst shape. So, I don't think Bubba Ray should be getting... The Dudleys have just come in and you want to split them up.
Don't need to be split up. Why can't they hold both? Hold on. If fucking Team Canada, right, and Jeff Jarrett can hold all the belts, is it wrong for me to think that...
Because the Dudleys are supposed to be seen on a level par. If you give one the world title, then another one, like the X Division, it just makes the other one look
right,
pish.
well, he doesn't need to get it right now, but I'm talking about like a year or a couple of months.
Nah, I disagree. There's too many stacked people.
What about Jeff Hardy?
Well, I agree. Jeff Hardy should be champ. I think Abyss could have been champ.
Sabu?
I think Sabu could be champ. And all of a sudden you've got Christian, you got Sting,
Joe,
you got Angle coming soon. I don't think
fucking Billy Gunn.
I don't think Bubba Ray is really a serious option here for world champion at the moment.
Yeah, but yeah, you're saying that, right? But if I was to like Bubba Ray's being like the Dudleys are being portrayed here as these like unstoppable forces, even though they get.
It's a tag team. They were in WWE, but as a singles guys, they're not really that over. Like I mean,
they're a bit dead.
Alright, well, fair enough. But
when was the last time the Dudleys actually appeared in WWE? I know it was One Night Stand, but before then,
I remember them feuding with Taker.
That was 2004. Cement truck match.
Perhaps I don't really remember them in 2005.
Damn. Anyway, I'm going to give this show a 3 out of 10.
I'll get a 3 as well. I'm
expecting big things. See, Genesis needs to deliver.
I think Genesis will deliver.
What?
I think I remember. Have I watched Genesis before?
The main event's good. I recall watching the main event.
I think I might have seen... I don't know. I think Genesis will be good. I'm going to give Genesis the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Even though we haven't watched it yet.
It's almost like, I'll lose the Rhino and Team 3D at Genesis, but I have to win the belt before then. Fuck off.
Down. Ha 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 ha. Down, 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 down.
I think this dominance just
TNA.
stemmed from McMahon firing him on live TV, and he's like, well, fuck it, I'm just going to hoover as many NWA title victories as I can.
But I think somebody should have stepped in and says to Jeff Jarrett, here, look, I know you think you're running the company right now, but you're not that big of a draw. You're really not. And somebody else should be the
Baron
champ.
Hogan?
Yeah. Someone should have stepped in and just put Jeff Jarrett in his place and went, look, you can be a main eventer, like, but you're not a guy that should have held the belt constantly all the time.
Jeff Jarrett's good, but it's almost the heat he's getting. I don't think there's
It's like go away heat rather than heel heat.
I don't think there's many people in the wrestling business. This would have turned more people away than brought people in.
I never got that with Evolution. See when Triple H was winning, the Reign of Terror, I didn't get... I got the heel heat. I didn't get the I fucking hate you, piss off and die heat.
Yeah, no.
Well, I know that Jeff Jarrett's getting that, but I think with Jeff Jarrett, it's like, oh, it's
Say
boring.
you stopped watching you stopped watching wrestling. WCW died, right? And you've tuned in here, and you're seeing Jeff Jarrett
beating everybody. Like, what is
all
this?
these like new Jeff Hardy, that guy, AJ Styles, he was in WCW. Oh, the Dudleys, and they're all just getting battered every week. It's like
guitar shots to the head.
That's not, but I don't mind this faction, but they're being portrayed as like.
But keep in mind, Vince Russo's backstage, and him and Jeff Jarrett are best buds as well.
Is that why?
Could be.
That's why TNA's got all these title changes.
Jeff Jarrett says Vince Russo never done anything for him, but Vince Russo's like, what are you talking about, bro? Every company you're in, I put the belt on you.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Didn't put the belt on him in WWE though, did he?
No, he didn't.
Well, in a Continental title, I guess. Anyway, guys, that's it. 3 out of 10. Catch you in the next one. Till then, we've been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching, and peace!
TNA is the first ever company to issue a public apology to the fans. And you know why? Because the X dropped not once, but twice.
And the ball dropped tonight. This was probably the worst impact I think we've seen since it went to Spike TV. I say probably, it was.
This is the after Mania show. This is the after BFG.
Yeah, this wasn't good. I mean, this was the first show after the big Bound for Glory, and it was disappointing. It really, really was. Matches were poor, promos were poor, just a lack of anything exciting happening throughout the entire night. I'm trying to think of one standout thing that happened, and I can't. We even got the return of Team 3D, but the promo just didn't really do it for me. Nothing on this edition of TNA done it for me. I think the best thing that we've got is probably the commentary team. Mike Tenay and Don West, they do work well together.
Brown paper bag, boy.
And I don't think anybody would have said that they were the best thing about TNA in 2005, but I think they were the best thing tonight. We start with the opening match. Abyss with Fowler James Mitchell defeating Lance Hoyt.
It's an alright match.
The big ticked off Texan, Lance Hoyt, he loses to the Black Hole Slam. Abyss has a bag of thumbtacks, but the lights go out after the match. Sabu appears and he's got barbed wire wrapped around his arm. Abyss looks horrified. He doesn't want any piece of Sabu, and Abyss makes his escape.
It's a bit shit that Abyss is bottling this.
Yeah.
I get he's got barbed wire, but I mean, Abyss is supposed to be a 6'8" fucking monster. And he's bottling some midget guy with barbed wire wrapped around his hand.
I think Kane or Undertaker would have bottled this, would they?
No.
Oh, barbed wire. I'm going to run to the back. Then Mike Tenay and Don West were at ringside when Jeff Jarrett and Larry Zbyszko came out. Mike Tenay was first apologising for the production mistake made during Ultimate X match. He says that they will have a rematch next week at the Impact Primetime Special, and that they are the only ever wrestling company to apologise to the fans, I guess.
The only ever wrestling company to have such a fucking botched match, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on. They could have just had the fucking match restarted at the paper, or just cancel it.
What, did TNA genuinely think this is a good look, coming out and saying this?
Oh, look, we're admitting our faults. I mean, no, you're just bringing it up again. Most people were trying to forget what happened.
I mean, like, it's even like a WCW or WWE, they would try and create better TV to make up for what they've done, not fucking openly admit, here, that was a bit shit. I mean, come on. I mean, tonight was in... Tonight, you were in WCW. If you had the fucking balls, you could have been like, you know what? See half the stuff we did in 2000. It was fucking shit.
Exactly. But see if you do something shite, you try and just move on. Don't talk about it again, and try and make sure the next thing you do is great. But no, they apologised then. Jeff Jarrett dragged Zbyszko out, and he says that, yeah, well, that's not the only match that's happening on the Primetime Special Edition, because I'm also getting a rematch with Rhino.
Rhino.
Then we got Christopher Daniels versus Jarrell Clark. I mean, am I supposed to care?
Who is this guy? Jarrell Clark. Jarrell.
Now, apparently this was a replacement match that aired instead of the Naturals match because during the Naturals match, Chase Stevens broke his neck. So, not very good for the Naturals, losing the tag team belts and then one of them breaks his neck.
Jesus.
So this match was apparently just like taped.
Who are they against?
Not too sure, but this match was like taped and then they were thrown in there. So, I don't know, thoughts on the match?
I'll forgive them for that a wee bit then. But again, this is the best you fucking had.
The Fallen Angel, Christopher.
Tell you what, like, I mean, if we seen a guy break his neck, it would have made the show a bit more memorable, but we didn't, so...
I don't want to see that. Then we got an interview with Shane Douglas and Raven. And Raven's minion...
Finally, we get Raven.
Raven's minion was there, Cassidy Riley. Raven's finally allowed in the arena. Shane Douglas was asking Raven what was going through his head since Bound for Glory. Cassidy Riley shows up and he says maybe Raven was going soft. Maybe he did let a girl go to his head. Raven then backhands Cassidy Riley and walks off. What's this whole shit with Raven letting a girl get to his head?
Yeah.
I don't fucking get it.
I know, can we see proof? Like, that's like 3 different people that said it. Is there proof to the porridge?
Raven finally gets in the building. He doesn't say shit.
I know.
What about me? What about Raven? No, but like the last couple of times I've seen him, he's been screaming and he's been getting thrown out. Tonight, he's allowed in and he doesn't say shit. Like, I don't know. Make it make sense. Up next, we've got the Indian sensation, Sonjay Dutt teaming with AJ Styles, taking on Alex Shelley and Roderick Strong. I mean, AJ Styles.
Job fest. Job fest.
I mean, Sonjay Dutt might be big in India, but he's not big in the Fog Wrestling household, that's for sure. We don't like him.
No.
We've got nothing good to say about Sonjay Dutt.
No, but it's like Daniels and Styles were just in a feud, and then like watching this show, you wouldn't think they're in anything.
You wouldn't. And then we had Scott D'Amore come out during this match and he complained to Mike Tenay about TNA rescheduling the Ultimate X match. He says that Petey Williams won it fair and square. And then we had Scott D'Amore and Tenay just like rambling on and ranting at each other for like 30 seconds, a minute on commentary. And this was probably the best thing, I think, about this match.
Yeah, you've got Don West in the middle. He's in the broad paper bag
there.
sandwich. He just does not want anything to do with it, but he has to take it. Don West, baby.
Scott D'Amore is a decent character. I think he's alright.
He's a weirdo, but
he's a weirdo, but he's our weirdo. Then we go back. Well, he's definitely not our weirdo. Then we go backstage. We've got Larry Sabisco. What is it with fucking Larry Sabisco in every single segment? He's with the Free Live crew and Kip James. Kip James is going to be the special guest referee at the match at Genesis when Free Live crew take on Team Canada. They're getting their rematch, and Larry Sabisco grants the request. Conan, though, didn't like it. So Conan doesn't want Kip James to be the special referee. I feel like we get way too much Free Live crew on these shows.
Right, why does Conan not want this guy to be... Well, what has this guy done? Seriously? This is just paranoia.
Oh, I'm jealous. You're going to steal the Road Dogg away from us.
It reminds me of Fear the Walking Dead when Daniel wants to take Strand's MP5 on his own fucking boat. Why?
Yeah, I don't get it. And then main event, America's Most Wanted defeated Free Live crew again. It's like Free Live crew fucking everywhere.
They're just jobbers.
After the match, we go to the real main event, I guess, the non-match main event. The Dudleys are here. Brother Ray says that they want to come to TNA and make an impact. They want the fans to give America's Most Wanted a round of applause for throwing a funeral for them. 3D says they're going to make everyone who took part in the funeral pay for what they did. And I mean, it wasn't the worst promo, but it just didn't really do it for me.
It didn't help though, right? You've got a shit show, and the crowd, I think we're feeling a wee bit deflated for that, and like, you've got Bubba announcing this, on paper, epic 3-on-3 match. The Dudley's first match at TNA, teaming with the champion against Jarrett in the the America's Most Wanted. And the
tag team champs.
The crowd were like,
Crowd weren't having it.
Devon is good on the mic, but I wasn't feeling it tonight from him.
Team Canada appears. Scott D'Amore's there. He says, well, that's it. We ain't going to wait a week. So they run into the ring. outnumbered. Team Canada 5-on-2 beatdown of the Dudleys. And then the Free Live Crew appear, and it's like, holy fucking shit. Enough of the Free Live Crew, for God's sake.
10th time lucky.
Then we get America's Most Wanted. Team 3D hit a 3D on some member of Team Canada. Then Jeff Jarrett and America's Most Wanted come down. They start attacking the Dudleys. Rhino then makes his way down to the ring without his theme song playing. Gets into the ring. And before he can really start laying in any offense, that is it. Mike Tenay takes us off the air and tells us to join in next week. So
TNA have no grasp how to end the fucking show. I feel like it just goes like that. Like it ends mid-brawl. Like Rhino's the champ and we got about 5 seconds of him.
yeah, they done that with Kevin Nash, sure, the show before Bound for Glory.
Now,
As soon as Kevin Nash stepped over the top rope, oh, that's it, we'll see it Bound for Glory.
the first show was great. They ended Team 3D, then Nash appearing. This was just a fucking... It just felt flat the entire show.
The second show was great with the Dudleys left bleeding in the middle of the ring.
But this should be the best show. Right, give people a reason to stay after Bound for Glory. And I'm not feeling it. I'm going to give it a 2. I thought it was pretty fucking shite.
2, I'll give it a 3. A generous 3. Very generous
Hopefully
3.
the natural didn't die or whatever.
The Natural, Chase Stevens. Yeah, hopefully Chase Stevens is alright, but yeah, this show was not alright,
I
guys.
don't really know much of the naturals after this point, so maybe something did happen.
Yeah, anyway, get well soon, Chase Stevens. Hopefully TNA can get well soon next week. We have a special 2-hour show, so yeah, hopefully it's not 2 hours of this shit, or else it's going to be in trouble.
It will be in trouble, but that is a 2.5 out of 10.
Not great.
Easily the worst show so far.
Definitely.
And we'll see you next time, 3rd of November.
Of course we will.
Be square. Hit me with it.
Hit me there. Hit me with your best shot. Tonight wasn't TNA's best shot. I'll tell you that right now. Hopefully we get better next week on the 2-hour Prime Time Live. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Till then, peace. We are bound for glory. No, literally, we are bound for glory. It is tomorrow night, but before then, it's time for the go-home show, the TNA Impact on Spike TV. This was the 22nd of October, 24 hours before we get into Bound for Glory, and that means Abyss, Rhino, Jeff Hardy and Sabu are about to have their last supper because they're getting locked up before the Monsters Ball match.
There's no food and drink, it's just darkness to the top.
I just didn't understand this whole gimmick. It's like, I could maybe get it if they were doing it with Abyss, and this is Abyss's way of like getting in the mind frame for a Monsters Ball match, because we did get his manager, whose name is completely...
James Mitchell,
that's the one I was looking for. Father James Mitchell. He did say that Abyss had a kind of grew up like this, and he'd be locked in rooms with no food. But, like, what would Jeff Hardy not getting food? Is he going to care? As long as he's got crack or heroin.
crack cocaine, heroin,
He doesn't need
to
food.
the top.
He just needs his needles and shit. But anyway, let's move into the show. So, opening match, Samoa Joe. This was billed as his Spike TV debut. He defeated Alex Skipper with Simon Diamond. Simon Diamond's a bit of a jobber. Alex Skipper's a bit of a jobber. Samoa Joe, easy win. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, nothing else to it. Samoa Joe was obviously going to win this, but it's weird to think this is his debut. I feel like he's already had a match or something, but we haven't seen him, so...
Samoa Joe still has not been pinned. He still has not been defeated.
He'll keep that going for a long while, won't he?
Not pinned, not submitted. Tag team title match up next. America's Most Wanted with Gail Kim taking on the Naturals for the tag team titles. And I thought this was probably the best match that we've seen so far since TNA moved to Spike TV. Really good match. The Naturals were busted open, both of them bleeding. We had Jeff Jarrett getting involved, low blows, bottles to the head. The Gail Kim got involved, the Naturals tried to hit the Natural Disaster, Jeff Jarrett came to the rescue, and then Chris Harris smashed the bottle over Chase Stevens' face, busting him open. And I thought it was a good match and a good win for America's Most Wanted. AMW and Jeff Jarrett continued to beat up the Naturals after the match. But yeah, for me, definitely the best match we've seen on Impact so
It was
far.
really good, and it's weird because the Naturals just seem to disappear for thin air soon, don't they?
I don't know who the Naturals are. Now, keep in mind, we've only picked this up over the past, 3 weeks, so...
Yeah, but I knew who they were before we watched this.
I've heard of them, but I couldn't really tell you who they are. In terms of individuals...
2001 WCW to me.
Well, maybe they were in WCW, but you know what? Pretty decent tag team. And this has been an okay feud against between America's Most Wanted and the Naturals. Will the Naturals get a chance to win back their belts at Bound for Glory? Possibly. We move in to the next match. It's Bobby Roode with Scott D'Amore versus Ron Killings with BG James. So Robert Roode gets the win here. We have Kip James came down at ringside. He wants to, I guess, discuss issues with BJ James. He refers to him as his brother. Conan came down and attacked Kip James, so this caused a distraction on Ron Killings and he ended up losing the match. I mean, Kip James, I guess, wants something to do with BJ James, but the rest of the Free Live crew are afraid that...
I'm not a fan of the names. Kip James, BG James. Like, what is this? I mean, come on, man. And Conan, why can't they just work together?
Has BJ James got anything to do with Billy Gunn?
I'm going to... And Kip...
What's Kip got to do with?
I don't know, like, but... Oh, but they're formerly known as Billy Gunn and the Road Dog. They have to keep on mentioning that, don't they?
Yeah, but Bobby Roode got the win when he cracked a hockey stick over the back of Ron Killings. So, Bobby Roode got the win. We then got an interview backstage. Shane Douglas and Jeff Hardy and Monty Brown was there. And Abyss was there. No, not Jeff Hardy. Jeff Jarrett, sorry. Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Hardy was too busy on drugs to do this interview. Monty Brown said he doesn't want to team with Jeff Jarrett, but he will because Jarrett still owes him one. Jeff Jarrett says that Monty Brown pulled the deal off the table. He said if you want a title shot, you have to impress me. This is the playoffs, and you can't afford to lose.
Good line for Jarrett there.
It was a good line for Jarrett, but I mean, overall, it seemed a bit off. These two guys obviously wanting title shots and have to team with Jarrett, so they're not really enjoying it. Monty Brown obviously sees himself as a future world champion, but Jeff Jarrett needs these guys, I guess, tonight because he is teaming up with them in the main event. And that is what we go to next. The main event of TNA, six-man mayhem. It's Jeff Jarrett, Monty Brown, and Abyss with Father James Mitchell. Father, forgive my sins. Versus AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, and Lance Hoyt. Lance Hoyt in the main event.
The whole match is just strung together weird, isn't it? Like, you've got Styles feuding with Daniels. He's in there. Jarrett's not really got a beef with anybody. Abyss, alright, him against Jeff. And then obviously, like, you've got Python against Hoyt. But it just seemed weird, didn't it? It just seemed like a complete throw-together match. With six guys, so let's just do this.
Should Kevin Nash not have been in this match?
You know, yeah. He should have been.
Or if AJ's in this match, should Daniels not be in the other team?
Yeah, I think that, to me, that would have been a bit more interesting than what we actually got.
For some, yeah, it's like, they just didn't really, I don't know, it did seem like they just randomly threw three heels and three faces together.
Or you could just add, like, Daniels to the other team, and Kevin Nash to the other team, and make it 4-on-4.
4-on-4. Cassidy Riley came out during the match and said to Mike Tenay that Raven would be at Bound for Glory. He's a member of the flock, so it looks like Raven's going to... But is Raven even going to be allowed in? Because we've seen in recent weeks that Raven keeps getting escorted out of the building. AJ Styles went for a move, top rope. Daniels was like, no, not today. Pushed him off. Jeff Jarrett went for the stroke on AJ Styles, but Monty Brown interjected and hit a pounce while Jeff Jarrett was like mid-move going for the stroke. So Jeff Jarrett was trying to hit the stroke, and then AJ Styles had a stroke when Monty Brown hit him with a pounce. Monty Brown got the 1, 2, 3, and he defeats AJ Styles.
Again, I don't get that as well. Should AJ Styles really be the one eating the pin? I feel like AJ Styles has been booked really strong.
True, so maybe he doesn't need to lose. Maybe he can afford a loss here.
Well, maybe, but...
And I guess it adds to the, Jeff Jarrett can't trust Monty Brown because Monty Brown wants that title.
He hoovered it right off him.
But, like, after this match is over, it's like, he doesn't need to trust him anyway, so...
I'll tell you what, though, after this match is over, we hear, whatever Kevin Nash's theme song is.
Well, Sabu showed up first and attacked Abyss. Then we got Jeff Hardy and Rhino fighting. Then we got Monty Brown and Lance Hoyt brawling. So basically everyone who's set to face each other at Bound for Glory are fighting. Kevin Nash, though, take it away. Kevin Nash comes out.
Kevin Nash does come out. I can't actually remember what his theme song is, but it's just like your typical gangster song. And we're like, yes! Then Mike Tenay's like, remember, 30 minutes of Bound for Glory is free. And we're like, what are you saying that for me, Tenay? It's beginning to fade to black. And I'm like, what are you doing, Tenay?
Yeah, Kevin Nash has literally got one knee on the ring apron as he's about to hoist himself up and enter the ring. But before Nash can get into the ring, the show fades to black, and that is it.
One can only assume that before his other quad touched down, it must have just snapped in half and they just cut it.
Is this a timing issue? Is this what they went for? I'm like, sometimes less is more, but fucking hell, teasing Nash coming out and him not even making it to the ring in time before the show was half
Timing
day.
issue. It's not even live.
Well, that's true.
I mean, what the fuck's it? What's the timing issue?
I don't know. I'm trying to defend it.
For all we know, as soon as Nash put one leg up, the lights in the arena went out and everyone just fucked it up to the back. We don't know what happened.
Live crowd got screwed. Everybody just down tools and fucked off.
I wasn't surprised if Nash did that. What do you mean I'm not getting paid?
Anyway, it was the go home show for Bound for Glory, the big pay-per-view, TNA's WrestleMania. Although I actually kind of thought it was probably the weakest out of the 4 impacts so far. Not that it was bad. I just thought it was the weakest.
It lacked segments, didn't it?
It did lack segments.
The main event was weird and the ending was shite.
The Bobby Roode match as well was just I like car crash stuff and people being out there for the sake of it, but I felt like it was a bit overdone.
Aye.
Because I feel like
Vince Russo got his hands on
in the tag team title match, he's had quite a lot of shit going down. So did you really need to do the same thing basically in the next match with Bobby Roode and Ron Killings, where you have all these members run, and then in the main event, it's like, I like that, but maybe not every single match have it end in mayhem.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
It's exactly the same rating. I'm going to give a guy 6 out of 10 heading in for Bound for Glory. And you can check out the Bound for Glory review, which will be out tomorrow on the channel, guys. So stay tuned for that. Bound for Glory. Will Kevin Nash be there? Will Kevin Nash's quads make it to the impact zone? I say make it. If he just stays where he is, he'll be there.
Exactly. Maybe he glitched out and just stayed on the apron.
Say what you want, right? But I think it is very cheap, actually, that even for Bound for Glory, they couldn't do it outside the impact zone.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't give a shit what level the company's at right now. Their biggest pay-per-view, could they not have tried to bump up and get a half-decent arena?
I know,
I'm not saying go to the Garden.
Maybe it's like
but
when you're playing GM mode and you start it by accident, rather than like getting all the perks. I mean, that's what TNA did.
I don't think TNA leaves the impact zone until, like, I want to say 2008.
And by that point, like, TNA's peaked. Well, maybe not peaked, but TNA's already got to a level where it should have left it years ago.
I know, but even in 2000, look at the names they've got. They've got big enough names. I think TNA should have been. I mean, the impact zone holds what? Like 2,000 people max?
Yeah.
I think they should have been looking for a 10,000 seater arena for Bound for Glory.
No excuse, though.
And with Jeff Hardy, Kevin Nash, all those names, man.
It's probably just a way of saving money, though. I mean, obviously, that's what it is.
No, it was. I'm surprised they didn't tape fucking Bound for Glory while they're at it. But no, I just think it's a bad look. I mean, look at ECW. They didn't have much money, but I mean, fucking they travelled, didn't they?
I don't know how.
The odd time, like, you know. Paul Heyman hired a boss and stuck everybody on it, but like, you just, I don't know, the big shows, man, you need to travel.
Well, it's the big show.
And thank God he didn't show up in TNA. That's it, guys. Catch you in the next one. If Big Show turns up, I'm stopping these reviews. Till then, peace. The road to Bound for Glory continues. It's the penultimate TNA Impact before we get to TNA's biggest show of the year, BFG. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling here for your Impact review for the 15th of October 2005. Quick little spoiler here, the Explosion match was Sonny Siaki and Apollo defeating Alex Skipper and David Young. And it turns out David Young also lost on the actual show as well. So this guy's lost twice tonight.
David Young, what a man. What a legend. Explosion.
David Young must be TNA's very own Brooklyn Brawler.
He must be. With a name like that, man, come on. David Young. That's not exactly The Rock.
No, it's no. We start off with a handicap match. Monty Brown defeating Mikey Batts and Gerald Clark. Quick match. Someone jumps over the top rope into a crossbody. Monty Brown grabs them. He's holding them, catching them as if he's about to do like squats with them or something. Then the other guy's attacking from behind, and he just like spins around 180 and wipes the guy out using the guy that he was holding. I thought it was pretty good. Then he hits him with the big power bomb, the big pounce, and that was it. Pinned them both in about 2 minutes.
That's the way it should be, guys. See a squash match, 2 minutes.
Batters both of them. That's what you want.
Lance Hoyt then came out. He's taking on Monty Brown at Bound for Glory, and he told Monty Brown not to overlook this ticked off Texan. But Monty Brown didn't want any piece of Big Lance Hoyt tonight.
So he balled and he went home.
That's pretty much it. He left the ring.
I'm 6'9". You're only 6'2", man. Come on.
We got an interview with Shane Douglas and Larry Sabisco with a shitload of security. Sabisco announced that next week we'll get the first ever title defence since TNA went to Spike TV. Tag titles are going to be on the line. The Naturals defending against America's Most Wanted. Then Raven showed up. He complained about being screwed at the NWA title. He says that you're going to let Jarrett screw me out of the NWA title and then let Nash come and take my spot. Security is pushing him out. Security forcing him out. Larry Sabisco's like, get him out of here. Then Raven's like, what about me? What about Raven? And Larry Sabisco doesn't care about Raven. He just wants him out. Get Raven out of here.
I just don't like Larry Sabisco. He's better in WCW, and he wasn't even good in WCW. I feel he's an authority figure. He is a bit pish. I'll say that. I feel like there's so many better options out there. In 2005, come on.
I don't think he's that bad.
The hard on he's got for Raven.
It's the third week in a row that Raven's been kicked out.
No.
It's not very fair.
See, if I lost in a garage, my world title, I'd be very annoyed too.
We then got Matt Bentley with Tracy Brooks taking on David Young with Simon Diamond. David Young loses again. After the match, Petey Williams comes out, hits a Canadian Destroyer on Matt Bentley. Tracy Brooks is checking on Bentley. By the way, the crowd love Bentley for whatever reason. Maybe they understand. Maybe they realise he's Shawn Michaels' cousin.
Yeah, they're into it.
And they might think if they cheer for Bentley, there's a chance Shawn Michaels might show up. I don't know if that's what they're thinking is. But they love Bentley. After the match, Brooks is checking on him. Petey Williams comes in. He takes his shirt off. He grabs her by the hair. He locks lips with her. She slaps him in return. Then he gets her in position for the Canadian Destroyer. But he pulls up her dress and shows her arse off to the crowd and then slaps it a few times. And it's like, I mean, if this happened today, it would be...
He'd be arrested. He'd be hung. He'd be tried.
Hung, drawn and quartered, I think. But before he can do the Canadian Destroyer, we have Chris Sabin, I want to say, comes out.
Yes, it was Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin came out for the save in his cargo khaki pants.
And then instead of Tracy Brooks playing the victim, she went back to check on Matt Bentley.
Matt Bentley. What a guy.
So there you go.
What a Matt Bentley action figure. That's how over he is.
Should we review it? Probably not.
No, I don't know what it is.
Then we got, what was that, in my opinion, the best part of the show. We got the funeral for Team 3D. Father James Mitchell hosted the funeral. We had Jeff Jarrett there, Gail Kim there, America's Most Wanted, Abiz, Scott D'Amore, and Team Canada. Chris Harris and James Storm delivered their eulogies and mocked Brother Ray and Brother Devon. We had photos of both Brother Devon and Brother Ray like just laying on the ground last week, blood pouring at them. They were sitting on top of their coffins. They put the Dudley Boys t-shirt on top of the coffin with a wee sign saying shirt now discounted. I thought it was very good with James Storm telling Father Mitchell to hurry up because he needs a piss. And then at the end, James Storm lifts up the coffin and pisses inside it. And they say that they're going to have another funeral. Jeff Jarrett hopes that everyone else has got more shirts because after Bound for Glory, they're going to be burying Kevin Nash.
It may look like it was filmed on the Sci-Fi Channel, but it doesn't matter to me, damn it. I don't care about the quality, it's all about the quantity, and I thought we got lots of great wee comedic elements in here.
Well, hold on here. It was quality, but not Right, go.
Wait, what do you mean? What, are you trying to say this is the greatest bit of camera work you've ever seen? Looked like it was filmed on a potato.
Well, you're saying quality as if there was no quality? Just because it wasn't filmed on a quality camera doesn't mean it was...
I meant the quality.
I thought it was quality entertainment.
Yeah, but the quality of the camera was shite.
It's TNA, all the cameras are
shite. But it's 2005 and it looked like it looked like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. It did, but
I love.
Well,
seeing-
Abyss was standing there, so it might have been.
I loved the whole tissue gimmick where they tried to get the tissues back to them and then Abyss just squished it. Then we had the pictures of the brothers, Devon and Ray, damn it. Brother Ray. Blood all over them, their wee portraits. I loved it. This is, for something, that's what I like about this. We're going to see a lot of stuff we've never seen before. And for me, I would probably rate this like an 8 out of 10 segment.
8 out of 10. Anything else you want to add about it?
I thought it was brilliant.
Anything that happened that you want to discuss? Or
That's everything wrapped up. James Mitchell, good preacher. Jeff Jarrett, Gail Kim didn't look Asian, she looked black. What else we got in there? James Storm's pretty good alcoholic.
yeah, him taking a drink like during the thing, I thought it was great. Like ducking down and humming the wee swaggiest beer.
A wee swag, big man.
I always thought James Storm was the better out of the two America's Most Wanted, but Chris Harris was deemed the guy who had potential to go on and be a main offender.
Didn't do anything with it.
Strange how things changed because, I mean, I'm not saying James Storm went on to have a great career, but he was TNA World Heavyweight Champion for 5 minutes.
Beer money.
Chris Harris went on to have a shite run in ECW. And that's another thing, that people wouldn't think America's Most Wanted would be topped, and then Beer Money went and done that. So, yeah,
I always preferred beer money.
I think James Storm had a much better career than Chris Harris, but overall, great segment, loved it. Of course, Scott D'Amore was eating fucking fries and burgers. We had all Team Canada with hockey sticks cheering about the death here. It was great. If you haven't seen it, then you need to see it. Moving on, we've got Rhino taking on Sabu. These two will compete at Monsters Ball 2 at Bound for Glory. Good match, short match. I mean, all the matches in TNA Impact are short, but that's not a bad thing.
That's a good thing.
As DDP would say, we had big spots. Hurricane Rana off the top rope from Sabu onto the chairs in the ring, and then Abyss. By the way, Sabu almost like broke his neck on a moonsault.
No, he did. He got no height on it
Springboard
whatsoever.
moonsault almost landed. I think he did land on the back of his head, but not like neck breaking material, but couple inches all away, and it might have been. Abyss comes out, he gets involved after the match. He got involved during the match and after the match. Rhino took advantage of the opportunity, speared Sabu, got the 1-2-3. Abyss started attacking Rhino. Rhino got the upper hand, hit a belly-to-belly suplex. Then Abyss hit a big boot, Rhino going for the gore. Abyss then got a bag. Jeff Hardy ran down excited, thinking it was a bag of gear. Turns out it was a bag of thumbnails, whatever, but...
Thumbnails? Definitely wasn't thumbnails, it was thumbtacks. But see, Jeff Hardy, he wasn't really as colourful in TNA, wasn't he? There was times when he came out jet black, and not like blackface, I'm talking just his attire. I like Jeff Hardy when he's got all the multicolours going on.
What, like the rainbow colours?
Aye.
Like, if you like that, go to Gay Pride then, mate.
Well, hold on, how does that mean you're gay?
Oh, I like the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Skittles are pretty good though.
I like fucking highlighters, Jeff.
Big squirrels. Anyway, yeah, Sabu gets back up in the steel chair. He gets whacked off Rhino's face. The four men are about to face off. Security get in the ring. They pull them apart, and I guess it's good build to the Bound for Glory match.
Yeah, Jeff had one security guard on him, while the rest had like 4. He's just sitting there, doesn't know what to do. But yeah, you know what? This match is always going to be good.
Sabu throwing punches at security. Gotta love it.
God damn it, Botchy Mania.
Then we got the Iron Man Challenge. Daniels had 15 minutes to beat AJ Styles' hand-picked wrestlers. He beat Shark Boy in a minute and a half, although it took the match about a minute to start, so he beat him in about 30 seconds. Then he beat Sonjay Dutt in just over 10 minutes. Sonjay Dutt coming back for India. Mike Tenay says that Don West says that Sonjay Dutt is a rock star in India.
He's the most popular rock star.
He's like a mega star in India. I don't know if I believe that or not, but that's what they say.
1.3 billion people think so.
But who knows? Maybe if TNA can get those 1.3 million people to turn in, or billion people to turn in, then they'll be doing all right.
They would be.
But at the moment, they don't really have that. But Sonjay Dutt then gets eliminated. Then the third man, who's it going to be? AJ Styles' his own music hits. And he is the third choice. He comes down, he thinks he's outsmarted Daniels. Daniels cracks him with a chair, then dominates him for like 2 minutes. AJ makes a quick comeback at the end. There's like 10 seconds to go. AJ goes for a springboard, misses it, lands on his ankle, and Daniels just runs out the ring. That's the time up. And they were making out as if Daniels couldn't do it. But it's like, I mean, well, imagine if Daniels did do it and he beat AJ and 2 other guys in 15 minutes. What would have been the fucking point of the match at Bound for Glory?
Yeah, this completely went over my head.
I didn't like it. I thought it was... Is this something a heel would do?
Yeah, not a face. Yeah. You know what? If it was flipped, I'd say it was almost done perfectly.
Yeah, if it was flipped, I'd say it was pretty damn good. The fact that, you know, the heel was getting two guys to weaken up the face and then come in on his own, and it's the third and final guy. But for AJ Styles to do this, it just, I
wasn't digging his attire either. He was like the Trailer Park Trash attire. Jeans and a fucking vest.
Well, I suppose
With cowboy boots on.
suppose you can argue that's part of the surprise, that he wasn't going to be.
Yeah, but is any wonder he botched the springboard? He's fucking
I think
wearing.
it'd probably be hard to do a springboard in fucking jeans. And then you had
Stonewashed jeans.
you had AJ and Daniels like face off and pointing at each other, and yeah, they'll meet each other at Bound for Glory. I mean, it was all right, but when you have the Dudley boys ending, I don't know. I just feel like the Dudley boys, Jeff Jarrett, Nash, and then last week the whole blood shit and America's Most Wanted. To go from that to go to this as an ending.
It's a downgrade. I don't care what anybody says. It really is. I actually, how could you end it? I mean, I would have took the funeral thing ending the show, but obviously that's never going to happen. But then I would have the Monsters Ball would have been more fitting. I mean, they're in my eyes, that is a better feud than this. I mean, Christopher Daniels beating Shark Boy, Sonjay Dutt, and then Trailer Park Styles. Come on, man.
He didn't beat Styles.
Yeah, well, I mean, in my eyes, he may as well have beat Styles because it made Styles look a bit weak. But I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It was heading towards one of the better shows, and I think the main event.
Well, we've only reviewed 3, mate, so I mean.
We've reviewed 3.
I don't know, I'll give it. I don't know. No, I'm going to give it a 7.
Alright.
I think it was probably overall a better show, but the main event wasn't as good as the previous two. The ending wasn't as good as the previous two shows. But, I mean, I think throughout the show, I really enjoyed the 3D segment, the 3D funeral, and I thought the Rhino Sabu match was good. And, like, the Monty Brown match was quick to the point. And then even, like, the Matt Bentley match was alright. Like, so, I mean, you can see that in 45 minutes, they actually do a good job of building towards Bound for Glory. Everything they do here has a reason, has an end game. Everything that happened in this show advanced towards Bound for Glory.
Yeah, whoever's booking it knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and I can't say that's the same with WWE now. It's like a lot of shit just to... There's nothing throwaway. There's nothing happening here for the sake of it. I feel like every single match or like confrontation after a match or promo, it's leading to something. It's advancing storylines, and I like that. So, yeah, I mean, the ending wasn't as good, but overall, I thought probably the show in the middle and the beginning was better. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10, but I did miss the Dudleys and Jarrett and Nash, so, aye. But yeah, 7 out of 10. I mean, the ending was alright. I thought it would have made more sense if it was switched about. But yeah, that's it, guys. 7 out of 10. Let's know what you thought. Till next time.
Whoa, it's a 6.5 out of 10. Alright, I give it a 6.
Alright, 6.5 out of 10. Fucking deal with it, live with it. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Brother Devon, get the table. So welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for another TNA Impact review. This time, it is the second TNA shown on Spike TV, and we're beginning to pick up TNA becoming a big brand, becoming a big company. All of a sudden, they're on a big boy channel in Spike TV, and the big boys are coming out to play, because we've got the in-ring debut of Team 3D.
And what a match it was, what a main event. There was blood, sweat and tears.
There was lots of blood.
Aye, and flab.
Oh, there's lots of flab as well, especially if you're looking in the direction of Brother Ray. But we kick off the show with Raven getting arrested and removed from the building for the second week in a row. Poor Raven. What about me? What about Raven?
Well, the Raven, nevermore.
The Raven keeps getting his wings clipped. He can't get in the building at the moment, so that's keeping him away from Jeff Jarrett. And who knows? Well, will he get in the building before we get to Bound for Glory?
I'd like to think so.
This could be Nash hiring security, so he gets the shot against Jarrett.
That could be it.
Could be. We kick off opening match, 6-man tag, Free Live Crew versus Team Canada. Bobby Roode, Eric Young, and A1. I have no idea who A1 is, but he's in this match, so...
Sounds like a motorway or something, doesn't it? A road?
It does. Walter White, have an A1 day. Kip James is sitting up at the Titantron on a chair for some reason watching this match. I guess he wanted to get a closer view. Team Canada attack Free Live Crew after the match, after Free Live Crew have won. They're doing a beatdown, but don't worry. Kip James comes down, he scares off Team Canada. He stands over his tag team partner to make sure he's alright. Well, not his tag team partner, his former tag team partner, but Conan doesn't like this, and Conan is pushing Billy Gunn or Kip James.
I'm surprised he didn't throw any shoes at him, because that's all Conan's offense is these days.
Yeah, I don't know.
Reebok trainers getting wung in the front row.
I don't know what his gimmick like, but I kind of liked it. Just in the match, Conan was taking his shoes off and just throwing them at people.
What's Road Dogg wearing? He's wearing an Impact bib.
Throwing them like bullets. It was pretty good. No, match was fun, entertaining, didn't last long. That's what I like about TNA when it was 1 hour. Everything was like quick paced.
That's what it should be.
Boom, 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 boom. You've only got about 45 minutes. You know,
Guess when you're taping about 10 shows back to back, though, I mean, the matches can't be too long.
Entertaining match. Kip James comes out. Is there going to be a decision? Is BK James going to have to make a choice between who he picks or whatever? So
we'll have to wait and see. Could it be Voodoo Kin Mafia happening very soon?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't want to call it both James anyway. Why do they both call it James? Kip James and BJ James.
Probably some sort of hidden message burying Vince McMahon or something.
Could be. Title threat match up next. It's Christopher Daniels taking on Austin Aries and Matt Bentley with Tracy Brooks. Petey Williams came down during this match and harassed Tracy Brooks. And then Chris Sabin made the save, and we got a bunch of X Division guys fighting on the outside. Matt Bentley threw himself over the top rope. Austin Aries was going to jump from the top rope to the outside, but Daniels caught him and then hit the dragon wings or whatever it's called, and
The fallen angel
hit the dragon wings or the fallen wings or whatever.
His wings need clipped. I don't know what he's wearing right around his throat collar, but he needs sorted. He looks like some. You know what? See this sort of attire. It kind of looks like a Poundland version of the Higher Power. I'll give him that.
The Higher Power. Next match, it was Abyss with Fowler James versus Sonny Siaki, aka the wannabe Rock. I mean, this was an alright match, quick match. Abyss hitting some big moves. Sonny Siaki looking like the Rock. Got the way he walks, the way he slaps, just his demeanour. The guy just looks like the Rock.
And he had Abyss bust his elbow open.
Yeah, before he even had a move, so I don't know what happened there. Abyss bleeding.
Must be a real barbed wire he carries a bit.
Must be getting ready for that Monsters Ball match. We then got a promo with Mike Tenay and Larry Sabasco. Sabasco. You want that tobacco sauce? They welcome Tito Ortiz, and he's going to be the referee for the match at Bound for Glory. Mike Tenay says this guy's going to call it right down the middle. Tito Ortiz comes out and says he's got a bunch of rules, and if you don't follow his rules, he will snap your fingers. Jeff Jarrett comes out to protest. He doesn't like this match, and he tells Tito Ortiz this is his ring, and if he does anything, he'll snap his neck.
What I will say is, he says, I've got a set of rules. No, mate, you're a referee, supposed to implement TNA rules, not your own rules.
Yeah.
He's going to call this down the middle, but here, what he does next, in my opinion, he doesn't call it down the middle.
But Jeff Jarrett puts him in his place. And then Jeff Jarrett says he's going to send Kevin Nash back to Hollywood so he can be a wannabe actor. And it's not going to be the longest yard. Bound for Glory is going to be Kevin Nash's longest night of his life. So
we quote there in a wee movie.
We decent Jeff Jarrett rant. Kevin Nash comes out. Jeff Jarrett runs up to attack him on the stage. Nash stumbles down to the ring. They get in the ring. Nash is beating up Jeff Jarrett. Tito Ortiz then just puts Nash in a chokehold and chokes him out.
And Nash just dies.
Nash is laying there out. Then Jarrett's stomping on Nash, and he got about 4 or 5 stomps in before Tito Ortiz decided, you know what, now I'm going to remove Jarrett, and he just kind of threw Jarrett off Nash. But I don't know, he took down Nash so Jarrett could get in a bunch of stomps. It kind of looked like Tito Ortiz was turning heel here and teaming with Jarrett, but then he throws Jarrett away, and he's in the middle. The security are holding off Nash, security are holding off Jeff Jarrett. Tito Ortiz is going to be the referee.
I'm just not a fan of Tito Ortiz, to be honest.
Character, UFC fighter, what's your...
No, in TNA, I feel like most people when they come in, I've got something about them, but he just looks like an awkward bastard. I don't know, I can't really explain it. I'm just not feeling it. I feel like he should be a bigger deal than what he is. It's TNA in 2005 and he feels like a jobber.
Well, he is sitting next to Jeff Jarrett and Kevin Nash.
Aye, and he is sitting next to Larry Sabisco and Mike Tenay, and it's like, who's this guy?
Yeah, it's a star-studded ring.
It is, aye.
Considering it's not done
it's also a 6-studded ring.
It is. Then we get an interview with Shane Douglas and Daniels. Daniels talks about how he dominated X Division for 6 months. when he was champion, but he's no longer champion. Then he talks about being the king of the Iron Man match, and he randomly tells AJ Styles he can pick any 3 wrestlers from the X Division, and he will beat them all within 15 minutes next week. Styles comes in and says, fine, you've got a deal, and he knows who he's going to pick. I didn't really understand this. I mean, why is the heel offering to take on 3 challengers?
I think it's because he's that smug and full of himself, he'll never beat them. I defeated 2 guys this week, so I'll defeat 3 guys next week.
No, but it sounded like he was going to take 3 on. From what I got from it was he was going to take on like in a gauntlet match, and he'll beat them all 3 of them in less than 15 minutes.
We'll see.
Or do you think it's a fatal 4-way match?
Could be a fatal 4-way match. But just to point out, this show was taped the same day as last week's. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, what's that pointing at?
Well, it's just the fact that TNA do it all back to back. I think... Let's see next week how many scars Devon's got on his forehead. That's what I'll say.
We've got to save money. That's how TNA works. Then we move into the main event. Team 3D, Brother Ray, Brother Devon versus America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris and James Storm. Good match. Hard hitting. The Dudleys, they don't hold back.
Fast paced, man. Hard hitting action. Exactly what you want. Good debut for them.
Brother Devon throwing himself through the air for clotheslines. Dudleys looked like they were going to win.
It looked real.
It did look real. That's what you need, like big guys, like laying in the chops, man, laying in the moves. Big impactful moves. I don't know if it's a TNA ring or whatever, but I feel like when a move's hit in TNA, you feel it like it's like
it looks it, it sounds it, it is it.
Yeah, basically.
They are the ones.
Good main event. It's ruined though because before Team 3D can win, Gail Kim runs in. She comes up from behind and low blows Brother Ray. Then we've got Don West on commentary, and he says Gail Kim has just whacked Brother Ray in the nutsack. And it's like, that would never be said in WWE.
No.
It's like, I mean, maybe in ECW that would, but it's that itself would just never. That's just a phrase you would never hear in WWE.
Brilliant.
It's like, it's just, I don't know. I know there's words.
Rest in peace, Don West.
I know there's words in WWE they're not supposed to say, but I'm going to assume this would be a phrase that they can't use for whatever reason.
What did you just say?
I remember Joey Styles used it in One Night Stand, and Mick Foley was like scolding him, saying, "Joey, you can't say that."
Did he? Aye.
ECW 2005. Styles said balls. And Mick Foley said you can't say that to him.
What an absolute fud Mick Foley is.
Well, he's probably got McMahon shouting down his heel, so what do you expect? But yeah, no, I wasn't expecting this phrase.
Who was it that put McMahon on mute? It was Punk, wasn't it?
Punk's a man, isn't he? Brother Ray, yeah, so Don West saying Brother Ray just got whacked in the nutsack. What a line. We then had Brother Devon. So he grabs Gail Kim by the hair, and I'm assuming he's going to do a move, but before he can, we have Jeff Jarrett making the save. And it's like, can't we at least get this? And I know I complain a lot about current wrestling and how the women always attack the men and the men never attack the women, but I would even settle for this.
Yeah, with the go
in wrestling today, where they like grab them by the hair and you've got the illusion that they're about to do something, but then somebody makes a save. Because even this looks realistic, but see if Brother Devon just looked at Gail Kim and he's like, oh, why did you just come out and attack my brother, but he can't do anything? I mean, how that would make Brother Devon look weak.
But of course he goes to do a powerbomb.
Yeah, he goes to do something, but Jeff Jarrett comes out, stands in front of him, looks at him for about 5 seconds. Brother Devon looks at him, and then Jeff Jarrett's like, good night, and cracks him with the NWA World title. Lots of blood. Devon.
Great job, baby.
I think Devon was bleeding before he even hit the floor.
I think that's why it took 5 seconds for him to fucking do the move.
Devon, I mean, he's laying flat on his back. He's got like the blood pissing out his head. Then Bubba Ray gets beat up. America Most Wanted go for their finisher. It's like a leg drop off the top rope while the other guy holds the person in midair, and they're just struggling to hold Bubba Ray's fat ass up.
Yeah, you can see Wildcat Chris Harris, man, his back is going.
Yeah, it's about to snap like a table. It's just about to cave in.
Good on.
But then see Jeff Jarrett laying in more title shots to Bubba Ray. At this point, Bubba Ray's bloody, and it's like, I mean, both of the Dudleys here are absolutely busted open. They do the finisher move on Devon. Then Jeff Jarrett gets the patented guitar, and he cracks Bubba Ray over the head with it. Smash, boom, guitar smash. And we have America's Most Wanted, Gail Kim and Jeff Jarrett standing tall with the Dudleys laying there in a pool of blood, literally a pool of blood, just blood leaking out both foreheads. I mean, Bubba was bad, but I think Devon probably had it worse.
Yes, it was just two pools of blood. And I'm kind of sick of seeing Jeff Jarrett always on top, but last week he did get battered, so I'll forgive this one.
Yeah, I suppose he needs to...
You could argue, though, like, Team 3D looks poor here, but I think they're just trying to put over their own stable.
No, they don't.
I know, but they come in, greatest tag team here. I know they're outnumbered, but...
Well, hold on. Last week they kicked ass and they were outnumbered, and this week they were about to win the match and only got battered because they were outnumbered and had weapons used against them.
Yeah, but my point is, if AEW brought Austin in and he looked strong one week...
Hold on, do you never remember Austin Raw going off air with McMahon getting the better of Austin and the corporation beating down Austin?
Yeah, but... Fuck Jeff Jarrett, man. That's my point. That's my point here. The NWA title looks like a big bag of shite.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I mean...
It looks like a toaster. Like an actual toaster.
I don't know when they changed the title, but the quicker the better, because this title doesn't look good.
Fuck, I don't think it's still...
At this point...
I can remember Angle holding it.
But at this point, it is the NWA. It's not the TNA World title.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even look like a world title.
No, it looks like... It doesn't even look like a title.
It looks like a toy title. Someone would have it in their backyard wrestling. Anyway, guys, I thought the show was okay with a really good main event. That's 2 main events now in a row, both of these Spike TV, TNA impacts, where I've wanted to watch the next week. It's went off the air, we're getting me hyped. Last week we had the brother Devon, brother Ray, and Kevin Nash kicking ass, looking strong. Kevin Nash issued the challenge. This week we had a big main event tag team match with the Team 3D getting a beat down, both members laying in a pool of their own blood. And definitely 2 good endings to 2 good shows. Last week I gave a 7.
I'm going to give us a 6.
I'll give this one a 7 as well. I think the ending this week was... I think this was a much better ending than last week's, even though I liked last week's. But this
Wait, hold on. You thought last week's was worse than this? Oh, the debut of Team 3D and Nash. Oh, come on. Play the game.
The ending for going after the air, absolutely.
No, I preferred last week's.
No,
I think you have to be on Crystal Meth to prefer
No, this is a much better ending. Hold on, there's 3 new guys just celebrating, or the 2 new guys that you want, the fan favourites, laying in a pool of their own fucking blood. This was a much better ending for me.
Well, I prefer seeing Team 3D debut. This was good, but come on. The guys on top or the guys bust open? You sick bastard.
Anyway, guys, that's it. 6.5 out of 10. Let us know what you thought down below. Till next time, peace. Santa Claus climbed down the Impact Zone chimney. We were all hoping for a good gift. We all wanted a new NWA World Champion, but instead, we ended up getting 2 Double J Jeff Jarrett's. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your TNA Impact review from the 24th of December 2005. So obviously we are approaching Christmas. I'm not going to say it was a Christmas themed episode, but we start off with a Christmas themed segment and then Christmas kind of went out the window. I don't even recall the commentators wishing us Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or anything like that.
Where was the brown bag Christmas deal?
Where was the brown bag special? We didn't get that. What we did get, though, was Santa Claus, Michael Shane, and his little helper, Tracy Brooks, coming out to the ring. And they were dressed, obviously, as Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, I guess. And I don't know. I mean, Michael Shane getting the role of Santa Claus. Normally, the Santa Claus is important. I just don't really think Michael Shane is the person for this role. Maybe it's because Tracy Brooks is like the only female on the roster, and I just don't really get the appeal with Tracy Brooks either, to be fair. I just don't get it. This guy's loved. When he comes out, he's got this section, and they go crazy for him, and then everyone thinks like Tracy Brooks is the hottest thing in pro wrestling. I personally don't get it. I don't see it.
I think it's just 2 fucking jobbers, to be perfectly honest. I mean, Michael Shane, this guy. Honestly, I mean, if we're talking about size, I mean, I can imagine Scott D'Amore being Santa, but
I would call
Santa needed to be a face, so...
I would even change the name to Shane Michael, because it sounds more like Shawn Michaels.
Would Bubba not have worked more as a Santa?
Yeah, but Bubba Ray's... Dudley's are... Dana.
Well, I mean, yeah, the Dudleys are a bad example, but...
Dudley's weren't even heel.
I know, what were they?
Bob was fucking too busy getting out Christmas dinner and shoving turkey down his fucking throat, the fat bastard. Instead, we get Shane Michaels. Oh, TNA's united against Jeff Jarrett. Where are they?
No, he's not Shane Michael, he's Michael Shane.
Michael Shane, Shane Michaels, same pish, right? He wishes he was Shawn Michaels. Couldn't lace Shawn Michaels' fucking bald dome these days, but Christian was alright here, but I don't know, I just think this is fucking shite. TNA, what happened? I was expecting good things, and I just watched this show, and I hear Championship Committee, I hear people marking out over a fucking scorpion on a Titantron. That does nothing for me. I need to see Sting in the flesh, not a white scorpion that looks like the shittest Poundland tattoo you could ever fucking get, or one of those wee penny machines. You know what I'm on about?
Well, maybe we'll get Sting for next Christmas. We didn't get him this Christmas. Christian Cage comes out. He wants a present. Santa Claus gives him it. Christian rips open the present. It turns out it's a pair of white pants, similar to Jeff Jarrett. He puts the pants on. He had a little bit of trouble putting the pants on. He was trying to wiggle the pants on. We then had Tracy Brooks, who was jumping up and wiggling, and I guess she's doing this so her big boobs bounce or whatever. But again, I just don't really think Tracy Brooks is the most attractive. Well, she might be. She's only female, so you know what I mean. Whatever.
It's Gail Kim.
I mean, well, yeah, there's Gail Kim, but I guess she's.
And that's it.
She's really in the main event scene, so whatever. Christian puts...
a non-existent women's division, by the way.
Yeah, Christian puts on a blonde wig, sunglasses, and to top it all off, a trendy catchphrase t-shirt that says, "Don't piss me off," and it was a WWE t-shirt, so...
It actually said WWF on the back. What a fucking... When's that ever been done before? WWF t-shirt on TNA?
Taking shots here. Santa Claus then gives Christian Cage one more present out of his bag, a little guitar. And then Santa and Mrs. Santa leave. Christian then says, "Is this what a world champion is supposed to look like?" An absolute jackass. He asks the fans, does he look stupid? They're chanting yes. The fans call him Double C, just like Double J, but only he's Double C because he's dressed as Jeff Jarrett and he's Christian Cage. You get it? I get it. Jeff Jarrett, Monty Brown come out. They attack Christian. Christian bails at the ring. A bit like a coward, to be honest. I know it's 2-on-1, but still, it's like not often the face actually runs away. Then Sting's music hits and the lights flicker. The big scorpion comes on the screen. Mike Tenay and Don West freak out as if we're getting Sting, but again, it's just the scorpion logo. We don't get Sting. We go to a fucking commercial and we come back. We've got Shane Douglas with Christopher Daniels. Daniels talks about coming back from his injury too early. He says he doesn't care if he's not 100%. He wants his hands on Samoa Joe. Then we get Daniels defeating Eric Young. Just a throwaway match, really. Eric Young just doing nothing at this point. Although we did have Alex Shelley coming down to ringside and filming this match, and we had Shannon Moore, who I guess is taking a break from WWE, watching this.
Shannon Moore!
The Prince of Punk, he was watching this match too, for whatever reason, honestly, I don't know. Daniels wins. I didn't really care. Then with Shane Douglas backstage with Bob Armstrong, BJ James, and Kip James. Bob Armstrong is disappointed. He says anything that is broken can be fixed, and for some reason Bob Armstrong really wants to get the 4 Live crew back together. Why? I have no idea. But Bob Armstrong is making out getting the 4 Live crew back. He's treating this faction like it's the NWO or something, and it just cannot break up. I mean, literally, they were a thing for like 2 weeks. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and like I said this during it, like, this guy's making out that, like, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn are, like, in their early 20s. We need this team. And he's, like, the father figure. I get it, he's his dad, but, I mean, what age was Road Dogg here? Billy Gunn would have been in his 40s, and I'm assuming Road Dogg would have been 40. So, like, why are they being treated like this youthful tag team? It should be these two.
Billy Gunn's in his 40s here.
Yeah. Billy Gunn's, like, 61 now.
Holy fuck, I thought Billy Gunn was in his 50s.
Billy Gunn... Here?
No.
No, Billy Gunn would be about 43 here.
Jesus Christ.
Road Dogg, I would say, is like 39, 40.
I always thought Road Dogg was the older one.
Did you?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but my point is, I just don't, like, this would work, you know, the Hardys, late 90s sort of gimmick, but...
When Michael Hayes is like, no, come on, you're a good tag team, you need to stay together.
How mad is it that Michael Hayes is younger than these two when he debuted with the Brood?
That's fucking very mad. Anyway, I just don't get it. Bob Armstrong says he'll speak to Ron Killings.
He can talk, Bob Armstrong, I'll give him that, but, I mean, realistically,
he can talk, but I'm not listening. Moving on, Abiz with Fowler James Mitchell defeated Chris Sabin. Dave Hebner appeared wearing a TNA Impact shirt.
God, he's wearing an Impact shirt!
I just don't get it. They freaked out more for Dave Hebner than they did Sting, to be fair. Although we haven't seen Sting yet in the flesh, so maybe there's a good reason for that.
But this week they confirmed it was Dave, not Earl, so that's a big relief. I've had my fingers crossed for Earl. But
Maybe we'll see Earl next week. I mean, who knows at this point? Why not just pretend it's both?
WWE's got the Bellas and they've got the fucking
Hebners. Hopefully they don't come out dressed in brand panties, man, or I'll have to turn TNA off. I'll have to unsubscribe.
John Cena probably would rather live with fucking Earl Hebner.
I don't know about that. Like, Abiz defeats Chris Sabin. Pretty good ending. Chris Sabin goes for a springboard DDT off the ropes, but Abiz catches him midair and then spins him around 360 style into the black hole slam. Commentators just didn't really acknowledge it.
And it's over.
They pretty much mentioned it like he just hit a black hole slam, like a formality kind of deal. But I mean, he caught him in absolutely out of nowhere. Commentators should have done a better job with this finish.
It's like, how can you market so much about Dave Hebner, right? But Abiz catches this guy. It's like one of the most unique black hole slams that we've seen since we're like watching this, and they call it like he's hit like a punch.
I don't get it.
Transitional move.
Abiz wins. We then get Ron Truth Killings defeating Kenny King. Kenny King is apparently from WWE Tough Enough. Was he tough enough tonight though? Obviously not, or he would have won. Was he tough enough in general? Obviously not, or he'd probably still been in WWE, maybe even wrestling on Sunday Night Heat. But speaking of someone that should probably be on Sunday Night Heat and not be on a main brand, Bob Armstrong comes out with a microphone. He wants to convince Ron the Truth Killings to join, or should I say rejoin 4 Live Crew. Even though Ron Killings didn't really leave, it kind of just disbanded and he was like the odd man out. But Bob Armstrong is, I guess, going to plead with Ron Killings to stay, but Ron Killings just walks off and doesn't even listen to him. So Bob Armstrong just stood there holding a mic, getting blown off by Killings. So that was that done. Bob Armstrong turned up here to try and get the band back together, and he just failed miserably.
The worst band known to man. I mean, realistically, right? Like you said, they've been around for 2 weeks, haven't won any titles, haven't won any matches. I mean, come on, like, would it not just be better if you just managed your son and Billy Gunn?
Why the fuck wouldn't Bob Armstrong turn around and say, you don't need those two guys, yous are the New Age Outlaws, the best tag team in the last 10 years?
Yeah.
I mean, why the hell are we trying to get Conan, a guy that can barely work anymore, and R-Truth, some crazy dude that just doesn't really have anything in common with Billy and Road Dogg?
Conan could never work.
So yeah, I just don't really see it. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. This is like the Dudleys trying to, recruit Balls Mahoney when they've already got Bubba and Devon. It's like, what are you doing?
Sign guy, you gotta get balls.
I just don't get it. Anyway, main event time, Christian Cage versus Wildcat Chris Harris. Gail Kim accompanied Harris to the ring. Now, James Storm also accompanied Harris to the ring, but the referee at the start of the match decided to eject James Storm. Why wouldn't he eject both James Storm and Gail Kim? Plot purposes. I don't get it. Anyway, Gail Kim got involved. She started attacking Christian whenever she had the opportunity to. Handcuffs came out at one point. Gail Kim distracted the referee. James Storm returned. He hit Christian Cage with a tag title belt. Christian Cage kicked out of this. Then, in front of the referee, James Storm done the guillotine on Christian, and the referee seen it. Didn't just DQ James Storm for whatever reason. Then Christian turned the tables. He managed to throw Harris into Storm, into his nuts, so James Storm sold that. And then Christian hit the Imprettier on Chris Wildcat Harris, and that was it. He beat AMW, the tag team champions. And I get it, Christian Cage is relatively new and he's getting pushed and whatnot, but I mean, he did beat them here when they had a numbers advantage. It just didn't make a lot of sense. It wasn't 2-on-1, but I mean, it may as well been. And then we have Jeff Jarrett and Monty Brown. Well, Jeff Jarrett first runs down to attack Christian Cage. Christian Cage again bails out the ring, just like he did earlier. he bailed out the ring. Now, you can argue that maybe he knows AMW's already out there and a fresh Jeff Jarrett is running down, but this just looks poor for a babyface. You never seen babyfaces in the past that were like really over run away from heels. It just did not happen. But it's happening here, and then when Christian Cage is trying to back up the entrance ramp, we have Monty Brown run out, attack him from behind. Then Monty Brown and Jeff Jarrett beat him up. Monty Brown hits him with a pounce. Jeff Jarrett hits the stroke onto the title. I believe it was one of the tag team titles, and that is it. Christian Cage is left out in the middle of the ring. They say that's the end of the show. Catch us next week. No happy holidays. No where the fuck is Sting. What about Rhino and Team 3D? Last week, Christian Cage, Team 3D and Rhino were standing side by side at the top of the ramp. This week, there's no sign of Rhino and Team 3D to help Christian. That would have evened up the odds tonight, but it didn't happen. And Christian's left beaten up 4-on-1 assault. You know, I just don't get it. Didn't make any sense to me. TNA's been pretty poor last couple of months, I'd say, actually. Yeah, months. I think the first, ever since Bound for Glory, I think the show's been downhill.
It has, and I think that the biggest problem actually is this whole taped thing, because it just seems like they're not using everyone every week. Like, you get a Biz every week, right? But he's apart from the Sabu, he's not been in a meaningful feud.
No, but I can accept that if they're taping 4 shows and somebody misses the tapings, that means they're going to miss 4 shows. But if the Dudleys were there last week and they taped a bunch of shows last week, why are the Dudleys not on all these shows?
It doesn't make any sense to me, though. Like, how can you hype up TNA against Jeff Jarrett, and then, like, the next week after you've hyped that up, Christian gets battered like 6-on-1?
And none of the TNA... Why is TNA management... If TNA management is so against Jeff Jarrett, why are they not sending down some TNA originals?
The troops.
To help Christian Cage?
But it's just
We'd
like...
no Samoa Joe tonight. We'd no AJ Styles tonight. Sabu wasn't here. Jeff Hardy wasn't here. Rhino wasn't here. Team 3D wasn't here. Raven wasn't here. They did show us like a wee promo package with Raven and Sabisco, but Raven wasn't here. And it's like, holy shit, there was quite a lot of the roster that was not here. And when you just look at the match card and the promos, I mean, this lacked a lot of the top guys in TNA.
It did. And you look at WWE, right, around this period, they always had everyone. They wouldn't, like, why? They would never, like, have people not appear, like, 2 weeks in a row. TNA just seems to do it every other week. Here, you want Styles? He'll miss 2 weeks. The Dudleys? They'll miss 3 weeks. Rhino? He'll miss a week. And then he'll do a cameo. I love my daughter.
The only thing I can think of is because if someone works in WWE, they solely work a full-time contract for the WWE, whereas a lot of people in TNA are like working there almost part-time and they have contracts with other wrestling companies. But I would imagine that if you're working for TNA, unless it's WWE and they wouldn't allow you to work for both, but surely TNA must be your priority.
Yeah.
It's the second biggest company in America. And I don't care. I mean, at this point, for me, TNA is bigger than New Japan or AAA or any of those companies. CMLL.
It goes against Christian and the Dudley.
Ring of Honor.
Rhetoric, though, if they're, the biggest company up and coming, we're the new company, come for the old one, but we're still going to wrestle in Japan and not fulfill our TNA dates, because guess what, buddy? Japan's better.
I'm just a bit surprised that there's so many people missing for the TNA shows. So, I mean, this show was taped on the 13th of December, and last week's show that aired on the 17th of December, I believe, was also taped on the 13th. So, if Bubba and Rhino and Devon were there last week, surely they should have been here this week.
Yeah, they should have been.
Or if you don't want them to be there, if you want Christian Cage to be on the receiving end of a beatdown, like, why not write them out? Why not just make up a, I don't know, it's Christmas. They could easily say, the flights were cancelled or they had travel issues.
But they don't even seem to acknowledge this. Like, next week, Christian's not going to go,
where were you guys?
Why didn't you help me? Jeff Jarrett will be Championship Committee. Championship Committee.
Anyway, guys, Championship Committee absolutely sucks. I'm going to give this show... I liked the Christian stuff at the beginning. Like, I say I liked it. It was bearable. I'm giving it a 2.
Oh yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.
2.5 out of 10, guys. There you go. It wasn't great, but not the worst show I've ever seen. But I mean, not great. Yeah, 2.5 out of 10, guys. Catch you in the next one. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and until then, peace. TNA, the home of professional wrestling. It's also the home of the legendary Stinger. But we're yet to see him for some reason. We're only talking about him. We want to witness the Stinger. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We get Sting images, we get Sting's lighting, we get Sting's music, we get Sting's boots, we get Sting's bat. We get everything apart from Sting. He's just not been here every week to tease him, but we don't get him. And it's beginning to make me wonder, are we ever going to get Sting? Is there a reason? I mean, at this point, I'd probably take him for a satellite if Dwayne Johnson can hook him up.
Talking of the Dwayne, he was in the Scorpion King. There's only one Scorpion King, and it's Sting.
The king of the Scorpions, buddy.
It's a Scorpion!
Scorpion Deathlock.
It's a Scorpion logo that you would put on your gun on fucking Black Ops 2.
Here, could you
Quality warfare.
Could you imagine if Sting actually did go to WWE during the invasion and he left and TNA couldn't call him Sting and they had to call him Scorpion?
Pish, wouldn't it?
Be alright though, wouldn't it? No. Well, would you rather, Scorpion or Steve Borden?
Probably Steve Borden.
Fuck off.
Surfer Steve.
Oh, piss
Surfer Sting? Why not call him Surfer Sting?
Surfboard Sting.
Why couldn't they just call him Sting with 2 G's? Wait, hold on. Wait, so why can't you do that? But like, you can change Taz's name, take a Z away, Rhino, spell it a different way. Why can't you just say Sting with 2 G's? No, what's the actual fuck? Why couldn't AW just have called Edge Edgy and he had 2 E's? No, why not?
Why couldn't Edge have just stayed in a fucking good company and not went to AEW?
I don't know, man.
Anyway, speaking of good companies, it's time to
not talk about TNA.
It's time to review the New Year's Eve special. So again, your announcers are Mike Tenay and Don West. We start the show with Shane Douglas and Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Bullet? He's a fucking tool. Right? The 4 Live crew. He's got 4 fucking brain cells.
Bob Armstrong is hell-bent on putting the 4 Live crew back together. He makes out as if this was a legendary group.
4 Horsemen!
He keeps making it as if this was like a legendary group that achieved so much. I mean, it was together for like 2 weeks.
In fact,
What
achieved nothing.
I mean, why is he... What's his issue? Why does he care so fucking much? I don't get it. I could even accept Road Dogg if he was the one that cared.
Aye.
Why is Bullet Bob? Why is Bullet Bob give a shit if this gets back together or not? And he says he's going to make it happen. Opening match, tag team match, Monty Brown and Jeff Jarrett with Gail Kim versus Kenny King and Shark Boy. Kenny King and Shark Boy start in the ring, so you kind of know that they're jobbers. Didn't get an entrance.
They actually won the match though, couldn't believe it. Not today.
Monty Brown comes out first, and then when Jeff Jarrett is coming out, Jackie Gada confronts him on the ramp, but she's dragged away by security. I just don't fucking get this. I don't understand it. We'll talk a little bit more about it because there is a Jackie Gada interview after the match, but this whole Jackie Gada thing has completely rubbed me the wrong way. Not that I hate it, like, but I just don't. I honestly, when every time she comes out, I have no idea what's happening.
No, my problem is with it though, it's the same shit every week.
Yeah, nothing's advanced.
She hasn't come out the first week, and then the second week we find out what it is. It's been about 2 months of this.
Yeah, it's basically just her coming out, either attacking Gail Kim or attacking Jeff Jarrett and then getting dragged away.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any advancement on that. I mean,
That's what it is though. And
you can do that for a couple of weeks, but they've been doing it for like 2 months now. I mean, we need the next evolution. We need something to happen.
Yeah, it's getting old. And I mean, her explanation didn't exactly fill me with much confidence.
Anyway, quick match. Monty Brown hits a pounce. Jeff Jarrett hits a stroke. I mean, watching Jeff Jarrett gives me a stroke. And they win the match. After the match, the lights went out. Scorpion logo and music played, signifying Sting.
Sting!
Yeah, Tenay's marking out for a guy that's not even here. Don't worry though. Don't worry though. We might get him at midnight. We might get him at
1
midnight.
minute past 12. Contract is up. How's it right? Why would Sting's contract be up at 1 minute past midnight?
Yeah, has he had a 4-year contract with WCW or something? Like, what the fuck's happening? What's happening here?
Could that... Wait.
Well, shit, hold on.
He's already appeared, does he not?
I don't know. I thought Sting wasn't TNA.
It's just fucking ridiculous. I don't know what's going on.
But anyway, after the match, Don West has had enough. He doesn't want to sit there anymore. So he goes... we also seen Shannon Moore looking down for the rafters. Why? I don't really know. And we also had Dave Hebner. So, I mean, it is what it is.
That's another gimmick that needs to go.
Dave Hebner just watching on. I don't quite get it. Don West has had enough. He gets up, he goes and tracks down Jackie Guerra. Jackie Guerra is getting thrown out the arena. She's been manhandled by the security guys that are about half a foot smaller than her. She says to Don West, why, do you want to touch me up as well? Wee bit of sexual harassment, I think, coming the way of the TNA security.
Yeah, you know, it was actually a funny line here for Jackie Guerra, and like Dom West just completely ignored it. No!
Don West just goes straight in. He says, is this a lover's quarrel? And Jackie Guerra says, no, it's not a lover's quarrel. She doesn't love Jeff Jarrett. It's the opposite. She says she gave up her job with WWE and gave up her career to accept a job offer from Jeff Jarrett. Now, did she really give up her WWE career, or was she released?
I'm going to say released, right? But why was Don West so, you know, why did he want the information this week compared to last week or the week before that or 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago? Why did he have to find out tonight? Was he given to midnight?
I'm not too sure, but I can kind of see why someone like Christian would take a chance and leave WWE to go to TNA. But I don't think it makes any logical sense for a female like Jackie Guerra, who was probably just happy in WWE, appearing in fucking
happy
lingerie matches and, you know, bikini matches and all that stuff. So I'm willing to bet that she was actually released. Then she turned up. But she claims that Gail Kim took her place, called her a wench. Whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means.
I'm sure it's not a...
You witch! You bitch! I don't really know what she's
derogatory term or something.
It's going to have
it's
to
not
be.
A positive thing, I don't think, but she called her a wench.
You great purse.
I highlight. It's not like an Asian racial thing.
I think she's actually advanced. Yeah, we're watching 2002, and I think she's clearly got better at acting here.
Oh, aye.
Not that it was brilliant, but
yeah. So she calls Gail Kim a wench, says that Gail Kim stole her spot, and then she said if Jeff Jarrett doesn't give her the money, she will make his life hell, and that she will give TNA management some information that they would like to know. Again, TNA management, what are they going to do?
The Championship Committee. What do you mean? What are they going to do? They'll do everything.
I know, but the TNA management's kind of like the Vince McMahon of WWE without everything that Vince has got, to be fair.
True.
I just don't really get it.
No, I don't get it, and we always hear TNA, like, where are they? Well, who are they? Where are they? Who are they and what?
I think Larry Sabisco might be on the board, but we don't know who else is on the board.
He's on the board.
Is Vince Russo on it?
He might be on the board.
Anyway, Rhino up next defeats A1. Has this A1 guy ever won a match?
I mean, he's named after a dual carriageway. I mean, how good can he fucking be?
After the match, Scott D'Amore whacked Rhino with a hockey stick, and then we had fucking Abyss come in and black hole slam Rhino. Father James Mitchell, Scott D'Amore, shake hands. Backstage, Bob Armstrong is with Conan. Conan said he never liked Kip James, and he assumed BJ James would do something to him first, and that's why he took him out. Bob Armstrong said that they could fix the 4 Live crew and that they were a family and the sky is the limit. Conan said the only way to change people's perception of him is to change himself, and he is willing to sit down and talk with BJ James and Kip James.
Yep, cannot wait for this sit down. Conan, who 1 second just goes for, no, I'm done, no matter what you say.
Yeah, but Conan says that he'll only do it with Bob Armstrong because he trusts that Bob Armstrong will help him get out alive.
Remember you took me in on Thanksgiving when the planes were snowed? Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, so Bob Armstrong says, don't worry, Conan, I've got your back. You'll have your word. Nothing will happen to you.
Like, it made you think he was going into a sit-down unprotected.
Sons of Anarchy here. Non-X Division title match. Samoa Joe defeats Roderick Strong. Or maybe this was the match with Shannon Moore and Dave Hebner in it. Actually, apparently it was. So I got it mixed up, but still.
Who fucking cares, man? I don't really care what match they're involved in. I wish they were involved in no match.
Now, apparently Dave Hebner is an official consultant with TNA. What's he consulting?
Yeah.
How fat Samoa Joe is?
Yeah, but that would maybe work if
How dirty Samoa Joe's title is?
No, but that would maybe work if he's on the indies, right? And he's like trying to like recruit people, but like he's just writing stuff down into a clipboard that he could just do backstage.
Maybe he's thinking who can El Hebner screw next.
Oh fuck, I could be it.
Anyway, we go backstage and Bob Armstrong is on the floor. He's been attacked by Conan and 2 Mexican looking dudes.
Homicide and what do you call the other guy?
Apollo.
That's abysmal.
Yeah.
That's just not. That is the least Mexican sounding name.
Conan then gets the 2 Mexican guys off him and says, look, we don't want to kill him. We only wanted to send a message. And then he tells Bob to tell BJ and Kip James not to send an old man to do their dirty work. And this is a heel turn, I guess, from Conan. Then it's main event time. James Storm with Chris Harris and Gail Kim versus AJ Styles. I mean, decent wee main event. AJ gets Storm down. Chris Harris is on the ropes. Gail Kim goes to the top rope, tries to hit the Hurricane Rana. AJ catches her, goes for the Styles Clash, but gets a beer bottle to the head by Chris Storm. And then Chris Storm rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. James Storm wins.
Chris Storm? Fucking James Storm, buddy.
Did I say James Storm?
You did it the last one, but you said Chris Storm twice before that.
Ah, well, who cares? James Storm gets the win, but don't worry, because out comes Christopher Daniels, and he is pointing at the broken glass, and then Larry Sabisco comes out, and Larry Sabisco books a match for a few hours' time at the stroke of midnight. So what the fuck's happening here? TNA's going off the air just to come back on in 2 hours' time for a 15-minute show. I mean,
Do you think Sting's contract was legit, and that's what's forced him to do this, or is this just some cool action scene TNA's come up with?
we don't know, but I mean, he books this tag team title match at the stroke of midnight. So midnight, Christian Cage runs down and says, "Don't worry, guys. At midnight, TNA is going to change the face of wrestling. We're going to get the new TNA wrestler, and that's how I roll." So Christian Cage tells everyone to come back at midnight. We don't get to see what happens after this, but apparently Christian Cage came out with Mike Tenay and Jeff Jarrett. Cage did the countdown. It got to 0. There was like party stuff and confetti falling from the ceiling. So we think we're getting something amazing here. Mike Tenay gets on the microphone and he announces that Sting will soon be in the Impact Zone. Keyword there is soon, because he's not here.
Yeah, he's not here. I mean, come on. What's this?
Why not just go fucking off the air with the announcement of Sting? Why bring us back at midnight to announce it?
Oh, I know.
Oh, the contract. Who gives a fuck?
No, see, back in 2006, right? Wrestling was good.
It wasn't good enough to have a 15-minute show to announce a new contract signing.
No, but see if WWE, right, told you that here we're coming back past midnight to announce this super. You would have thought, fuck, this has to be. I'm not saying Sting ain't, but it was an announcement.
But he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
He wasn't even fucking. I can maybe say fair enough if he's there.
And it's
But
not,
he wasn't there.
I can almost even accept it if they
Go on the
hadn't,
website, there's a live stream.
if they hadn't mentioned him. But he's been mentioned like the past month.
Why wouldn't they just change the start time of the show and have the show start at 11?
Or just have an extended show.
So it runs into midnight.
Aye.
And have it be a 2-hour prime time or some shit like that.
75-minute special.
Aye. But no, they didn't do that. They made you come back 2 hours later to watch confetti fall from the fucking ceiling.
Oh, it was painful.
The announcement of Sting. I mean, they've been playing Sting's music non-stop. Mike Tenay non-stop has been saying, "It's Sting!" So I think we know that we're getting Sting. You really need to announce it.
We're moving back to Thursday night.
Very, very poor. Fucking, very, very poor, man. All this for the announcement of something that we already knew. Crazy. Then a bunch of guys came out and, Team 3D and Jeff Jarrett and Monty Brown and Rhino and whatnot having the brawl. And then in the main event, the only match of this little special edition, Shannon Moore comes out and attacks AJ Styles, costed AJ and Daniels the match. Storm and Harris retain the belts. What the fuck is Shannon Moore doing in this scene? I've no idea. But he was there.
He was there, yeah.
So Shannon Moore could show up, but Sting couldn't.
We got Shannon Moore in the rafters before we got Joker Sting. I mean, come on.
Are you telling me we couldn't even get Sting on the Titantron?
Yeah, like a message or something. Like, what's he doing?
I just don't get it.
Is it because it's all taped? And it doesn't... Maybe when they're taping it, it doesn't seem as bad. But then when you actually place it over like a month, it's like, actually, this is fucking cheap. Mentioning Sting, but not delivering Sting.
Well, if that's the case, I think you just have him debut on the new show that you're taping.
See, in WCW, right? People used to dress up as Sting, and it used to be a gimmick of like he would turn heel, but it's not the real Sting. But you wouldn't find
that's
it the next week.
WCW. That's a fucking mess.
No, I think if someone dressed up as Sting came out to the ramp, that would I could accept that. But we didn't. If they couldn't get him,
I know. Imagine his mask fell off.
It's a championship committee.
Oh god,
fucking quadruple
duty.
Biz wasn't here the night, was he? Oh, yeah, he was he?
He didn't wrestle like, but he was there.
Anyway, guys, that was it. That's your whack. That's your show. I'll give it a fucking 3 out of 10.
I don't think it was that bad, but I think the Sting stuff was abysmal, so I'm going to give it a 3 as well. I think without the Sting stuff, it could be a 5, but
3. I mean, come on, Impact. It's been a while since I actually said this was a good Impact. It's been too long.
it's a deep Impact, man.
It's been about fucking 2 months since I actually seen a good Impact.
Come on, man.
2006. This is the year where Impact officially crosses the line, changes professional wrestling.
Back above a 5.
Come on. We need it. 3 out of 10, guys. Let us know your thoughts down below. Catch you in the next one. Peace.